lips. Here we go. Howdy. Hey, Sharmain. Hey, everybody. Well, I shouldn't say hey, everybody. It's not like there's a ton of people in here right now. Hello, people. I got the Christmas spirit going on. Definitely. How's your day going, Sharmain?
Oh, good. Just winding down.
I know. Me and my husband have been decorating. Oh, I have to tell you a story about that, Sharmain. You guys. Okay. So the other day, bunch of well, not a bunch of, but some stuff that I have, for the cats that kind of recomes every month, like food and cat litter and stuff like that. But anyways, and there was a Christmas gift for my husband in a box, but I had ordered this Christmas tree, cheap, like just a thin little Christmas tree thing, and some lights, right? And so all of a sudden, it's just like we're downstairs, and my husband's like, "Well, where's the Christmas tree and the lights?" And I'm just like, "Well, let me go downstairs, like to down the elevator to the main box lobby area, right?" So I'm like, my husband starts opening up the box that has his gift in it. So I see it, and I quickly shut the hand, right? Because that's all I see is this thing, and I'm like, where the heck is the Christmas tree and the lights? So I go right upstairs because I'm a little bit perturbed, right? Because I'm like, shoot, the driver's conversation closed or whatever. And of course, Amazon, your service sucks. You guys suck ass. I just want to tell you that. For someone that's in customer service and we have to call vans all the time to go back because they forgot something, their service sucks. They don't do that. And so I'm talking to this chick, right? And I'm upset because I'm looking forward to this Christmas tree and the lights because we had lights, but these lights were for around the kitchen thing, anyways. So so this lady from Amazon tells me that oh yeah, it's gonna get delivered tomorrow or today or tomorrow. And I said, well, no, I mean, I paid for Prime for a reason. Okay. It's scheduled for delivery today. So the guy dropped it off. He marked it as whatever, but it's not here. And then she kept saying, like, yeah, you either get it today or tomorrow. And I kept saying, no, not tomorrow, today. Like, call the driver, tell him to come back with the darn parcels, right? Oh, we're not allowed to make outgoing calls, blah, blah, blah. That's basically when I told her their service sucks. Anyway, so okay, whatever. And so I'm waiting yesterday, and there's like, of course, oh no, first thing in the morning, right? I call Amazon again. I'm like, okay, so can you tell me at least what time approximately my delivery is going to come? Because they usually give approximate times, but because the guy marked it as delivered, that they can't retake that off or whatever. So of course, tomorrow had come, and of course, nothing. But I'm talking to her, and she's like saying, no, it's not going to get redelivered. And I'm like, well, the lady yesterday at Amazon said that it was going to get delivered, but go figure. Anyway, she ends up refunding me. And then I just turn around and reorder it. And I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. And so anyway, so last night, because the gift for my husband, so because my husband works in construction, his body is always sore. So I had bought him this massager thing with all these multiple tools to it. So I ended up just showing it to him because he was talking about his aches yesterday. So I got to go open up the box, and there's the massager, and then there's two other boxes in that same box that you couldn't see when he first opened it. So I'm like,
No.
husband, pretty sure this is the Christmas tree in this little box. like that's about like yay big. And these are the lights in this other little box. You wouldn't, Charmaine, I'll tell you, when he first opened up that box, you would have never have seen them because they were matching the same color of the box. So I'm just like, oh, I guess we just got Christmas tree and lights for free because I went and canceled that order. I did it for a read order. So here I am, all
Oh, wow.
because I'm like, look, lady, I got the massager, but I didn't get the Christmas tree and lights. Okay, it's not anywhere. It's not in the box. It wasn't downstairs. Another guy had ordered a Christmas tree. Maybe he thought it was the Christmas tree for us and marked it as delivered. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, let me just say this: that $34.99 pop up tree or whatever the heck it was. I think it was $34.99. Okay, the pictures always look better than what they actually are.
Of
Okay,
course.
I mean,
Of
yeah, it
course.
was like a pop-up tree, put a couple post things up, and and it's so funny because the cats are trying to get like literally get inside the middle of the tree, and you're just like,
Oh,
really, cats. Bambi put
yeah.
his her head in there today and started trying to get out, and I'm just like too busy laughing at it. But anyways, so basically, bottom line is, I guess I did get my Christmas tree and lights after all
That's
that.
good. And you'll get another Christmas tree and lights tomorrow, right?
Because honestly, well, no, because I ended up canceling it because why would I want the same thing
Um,
twice? And honestly, actually, so what? Now I got them free because they were ugly, ugly, ugly. Like, I mean, it's not ugly, hideous, but I would have never paid even for those lights. They looked better in the picture than like the coloring of them than what they are. And so let me say, I wouldn't have bought them anyway. Now that I saw them. Hi, Jerry. Hi,
false
Sharon.
advertising.
Hey.
False advertising.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, one thing that you have to be observant with Amazon is, for instance, if you go buy a beanbag chair, look and see that it says no filler, or when you go buy like pillowcases or, like a pillow, and it will say, and then it's like you think it's a pillow, and then it's just really like the sheet that's over it, like with that, or the height size, of something,
Hmm.
you got to really pay attention because it's like, I remember ordering this little crystal ball one time, and I thought it was about yay big, and it was like about yay big, and I was like, ooh, I can fit this in my palm.
Yeah,
Little bitty
I
thing.
learned the hard way too, to really look at the dimensions of things that I
I
buy.
know. Oh, but this is my favorite thing that I bought recently. It's my little dollar store
It's
cup.
adorable.
Yep. Happy Holly Jolly Christmas. And it got eggnog and Malibu. And honestly, it's so good. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Do you like
so it's
eggnog?
eggnog, guys. I do. I really do.
I love eggnog.
I
Do you
love me
guys like
some
eggnog?
eggnog.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh my
I don't
God.
know why it
Like,
makes me think of
I know. The only thing is that
things.
as you get older, the freaking gas is, like, you become a little bit more lactose intolerant to stuff and start getting belly
Yeah,
aches if you drink too much.
yeah.
Mhm. And I still
Just
have
gotta
this mug.
split that.
Look at this big mug.
Oh
That
shit.
could hold like 10 hot chocolates in there. On there. Yeah. On there. And oh yeah, so I know that there's, you know what? I know that so the lives that any lives that I do up basically till Christmas time, honestly, it's just going to be talking about true crime, just chill, relaxed vibes going on totally, and just talking about Christmas stuff and talking about some true crime stuff. We'll get into in just a little bit here, right now. Oh, I have to tell you my other story. I know I kind of told you. Well, no, I did tell you, but I didn't tell the others. But so earlier today, I thought I had, when like a cabbage leaf boogie in my nose, yeah. And so I'm sitting there and I'm looking around and I see, and I see this, piece of tissue on my little side desk here, my beside my bed, yeah. So I go get it, whatever, just pick it up. And I put it up my nose, grind it, twist it around, whatever. And then I'm like, hold on a second. Why is my nose stuffier now? Like it was weird. Right. So I'm just kind of going like, right. All of a sudden this freaking ass big thing launches from my nose. I have, like, honestly, you guys, I'm not even going to lie. I was shitting my bricks for a second because I thought a piece of bone, like part of my brain matter, I swear to God, had just launched out of my nose. I was like, what the fuck was that? And I look on the ground and I see this half an oval thing. and I pick it up and I'm trying to break it, and I'm like, is that a piece of bone? Like, and I'm touching my nose, going, like, seriously, did something just come out of my nose that's like bone? I don't know. But anyways, so then I decided to bite on the thing just because I had to know what it was exactly. Anyways, ended up being a peanut that obviously was caught in the tissue paper or like was on it. So when I picked it up, and then obviously I had got stuck this piece of half a peanut up my nose, and that's what freaking launched out of my nose. But Sharmain, I'm not going to tell you though. I was worried because I was like, what freaking just launched out of my nose? I literally thought it was coming up from the brain somewhere, some bone or something.
I
I
can
that
only imagine. That,
I was
that would
like,
freak me out.
oh yeah, can't say I've ever done that before. When I
Oh,
told my
shit.
husband, he of course is just laughing at me. And then I had made pork tenderloin tonight with some mashed potatoes and some peas or whatever. Anyways, that freaking pork tenderloin, I stick it in the thing. Bullshit to their time, by the way. And I like how it said marinade. Put on the marinade before you put in the oven. And I'm looking at the box, going, shaking it upside down, going, "What marinade? Like, where's the marinade?" Anyways, that freaking roasting little pan burnt my finger. By the way, I was sitting there cutting it because I, wanted to make sure that it was cooked, and it was still freaking rock hard in the middle, like cold. And then all of a sudden I burnt my finger, right? So I go run the tap, and then the tap runs onto the pan that I have because it's a big pan, and then then I have buns buttered there to stick in the oven, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. Anyway, but anyway, what was I gonna say about that? And I don't know. I had a point, didn't I? Maybe that was my point. Anyways, it was a decent dinner though, by the way. Oh, but it was just really the fact of, like I said, just you know, just me, just clot sealed me. And so I'm sitting there eating dinner. Oh, that was it. I was sitting there eating dinner. I'm watching thing with my husband, and my husband's like, "It's all over your face," and I'm like, well, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "You got fucking sauce all over your face." He's like, "You got a bunch of sauce right here." And so I'm like, and I'm like, "Is it gone?" And he's like, "No." And he goes, "What the hell's on your eye on this side? More sauce." And it was because I was pulling at the pork. And then what, I had been wiping my face too, apparently.
Oh, my. A day
I'm a
in the life of Sam,
yeah.
everybody.
But the way my husband always says it to me, hey Mark, the way my husband always says it to me is, "Baby, sort yourself out." She's always so cute. "Sort yourself out." Or if I come out of the bathroom and my shirt's tucked in my pants, he's just like, "Here, baby, let me just sort you out for you." All right, those are my stories. You got any? Yeah.
No, I go to work and I do my work and then I come home and then I eat and I have absolutely nothing exciting going on in my life right now at all. At all. You'd
I'm
cry if I
glad.
told you. It's that boring.
Oh, this live's over. No, just kidding. No, I
I wish
know.
I could make something, but it's just nothing. Nothing but work, 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 work. But I
I
have
just
burnt out, so that's good. Yesterday, I didn't want to get, I did, but I didn't want to get out of bed.
oh
But I did. I don't,
yeah,
that doesn't happen to me unless I'm sick. But yesterday, I just hit this wall where it
yeah, exhaustion.
really got to
Yeah,
me. I had to get up and go. And yeah, I even left work at 4 o'clock yesterday because I was exhausted.
yeah.
But
Well, I was gonna
yeah.
say, it's when you keep going, 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 and then yeah, you just hit that wall, and then burnout comes in. you
Mhm.
know. But hopefully,
Yeah.
like I said, you don't get sick, and you know how it is when you run yourself down, and like I said, stop, and then
Yes.
next flu or cold kicks
Yeah.
in because your body's so tired, and all that stuff. And
All right.
then Sharon Park says, "Oh, Shemaine, you sound like me." um,
Yeah, I can't wait for next week. My grandson turns 8, so I'm heading down there for a few days. And
to where
and
again?
yeah, down to Lethbridge, southern Alberta,
Wait, where are
almost
you
right to
right now?
the Fox Creek.
Okay, because I was confused because I thought you were in Lethbridge. That's why.
No,
Okay,
I'm
so you're in
in,
Fox Creek.
no, working in Fox Creek and
Right.
visiting Lethbridge, and then Ian should be
Yeah.
here sometime next week. So then Slave Lake.
Yay. Yay. Oh, which
Yay.
reminds me, there was a poll. It said, Christmas is dot dot dot. I said most amazing holiday ever, bah humbug, just another day. Hard for me for personal reasons. I don't celebrate Christmas, 0%. Hard for me, 23. The mosting holiday ever, 69%. You guys know it, right? I mean, honestly, Sharmain. So me and my husband, it's really hard to kind of decorate our place a little bit because we don't exactly have like coffee tables or sofas in our living room. It's basically um, Steve's computer, and there's my um, kind of like oaky type fireplace, kind of like the country oaky thing,
Yeah.
fireplace in there. And then other than that, there's just two kind of black things, a black kind of, how do you say those? Like you can sit your butt on them or lift them up and put stuff in them, kind of things. And
Oh,
the cat house is on those because the cats kind of have ruined them. So, anyways, the cat house is on that, and that's pretty much that's in the living room part. So it's just mostly so. Anyway, so it's not like I had all these things like shelving and stuff like that to put the different ornaments. But we also, because we had moved from Whiteport to and then we lived in the hotel. I got rid of a lot of stuff. We even left our beautiful Christmas tree with the hotel and the ornaments and everything. We gave a lot of stuff away as well. So I just had my husband when he was building the shelving in the den thing that they call a den. Um, like he took out all the Christmas stuff as well. So we were just doing that. But there's nothing more peaceful to me when the lights are turned off and your little lights are glowing. He has red lights, and I have little reindeers, like the little grassy reindeer with the Santa sleigh, and different things and whatever. I'll take a couple pictures, but it's just that there's not a lot of shelving to put ornaments on to kind of, so
hmm.
it is what it is. But all I know is that for me, just to see Christmas up makes me happy. Just makes me feel good. I just got to go out there, and I just feel like a little kid enjoying the light. No, I don't have a couch. We chopped that thing down because the cats kept pissing on it. So, there was no use. We used to have this really nice big couch. It was the L-shaped thing, but then we just
Sectional.
ended up, yeah, the sectional. And but now Bambi kept pissing on the stupid thing all the time. You can only shampoo it so many times before you're just like, fuck it, chop it, But it's just because we don't have a TV, so we don't watch TV. We all have our computers, and that's what we watch anything on anyway. We might get a TV again, uh, but we haven't had a TV in many, many years. No need
Mm.
for it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't watch TV ever.
Yeah. A computer chair,
Sometimes
yeah.
I'll watch Netflix, but generally speaking, if I'm not watching YouTube, I'm sleeping or working.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I mean, sometimes I wish that we had a couch, because sometimes I would just lie there and watch my husband game and stuff like that as I'd fall asleep on the couch. But honestly, pretty much the bed, me and my iPad, and at the moment, it's these cheesy Hallmark Christmas movies that I've been watching. Boom, 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 mm. Yeah, that's what I've been kind of doing lately. Actually, to be honest with you, I wasn't going to do a live until a couple people messaged me and said, "Are you doing a live tonight?" Then I was like, "All right, fine, I'll get my ass out of bed on there," because I had to end up staying up all night, and so when I went to bed, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was just
Why do you
like,
do that? Why do you stay up all night?
"It's peaceful."
You like the
It's my
night?
Yeah, it's peaceful. There's no noise. Husband's sleeping, and I just get to watch my um YouTube and stuff like that. I just find it like it's my peaceful time in a sense. So when the world is quiet and husband's turned over the other way, and I'm just sitting there with my iPad watching my different either documentaries or Monkey BB, just different things. But yeah, so lots of times and then so what happens, Charmaine, is because my husband's alarm goes off at like 4 o'clock, 4:30, depending. Typically, he's a savage, people. Okay, always, always, always. Sometimes I'll get up, go to the bathroom, and then he's like, "Baby, come snuggie." I'm like, "No, leave me alone." And he's like, "Come rub my," and I'm like, oh, husband, no, go back to sleep, husband. because he likes to fall asleep between my boobies, like he just does, right? Because they're like pillows, really. Like, honestly, I almost wish he had a set so I could see what he means exactly. But anyways, so when I lie that way, it's not very comfortable for me. I can't, it's not like I can fall asleep typically that way. I can if I'm really, really tired, but I just like to kind of face my way out the window, that and hold my iPad that way. Yeah, see. Hi, Lacey. How are you guys? So again, Charmaine, there's like 12 people watching. Thank you, 12 people.
Should turn the camera on.
Yeah.
I'm so bashful with so many people watching.
Yeah. So but anyways, that's sweet. So Charmaine's grandson's gonna turn 8 years old. Yeah. And so you're gonna head up to Lethbridge there.
8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, go to Lethbridge for his birthday dinner on Thursday. And then I didn't know this, but apparently in Alberta, you can rent an entire movie theater out, and
Really?
you can either watch a movie or you can hook your Nintendo Switch up to it and your friends, and you can sit and play a video game on the screen,
On the big
in the
screen.
movie
Oh.
theater. So that's what he's doing with his friends on the weekend. They're playing Mario Kart at the theater in Lethbridge. They went the whole thing, and
that's cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Must
Lucky
be like
kid.
one of those. Yeah. Is it a little is it a little cheesy theater place like Whitecourt is?
No, it's not Cineplex, but it's the same idea. It's just like a offshoot. It's not like Whitecourt. It's a bigger one.
I know Whitecourt.
You can rent the theater. It's only not only, it's still expensive. Like I think it was $250 for the session, and it's 2.5 hours. And then you can go down to the front where that empty space is in the front of the theater, and they set tables up there for your lunch and cake and stuff and your gifts, so they can play their video games for like an hour and a half, and then have their cake and hot dogs or whatever, and open presents for another hour and a half. And
that's
I mean,
cool.
it's a fantastic idea, considering like last year we took them to one of those jungle gyms where they got the trampolines and all the kind of climbing things, and 6 of his friends and him. It was almost $400, and it was like really crappy food, and it was terrible. Like none of us had, even the kids were bored. So for $250 for this, and he gets to play his favorite games on this humongous screen, I think it's a steal of a deal.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah. I know. I mean, just in general, things are so much more expensive regardless. So, if you can.
It is. We did a princess themed birthday party for my granddaughter in September, and we had Ariel, the Little Mermaid, show up, and we did all the food and stuff ourselves. We just themed it after the Little Mermaid movie, but even that had to be $300, $400, $500 all said and done. To have a princess come and hang out for the afternoon and do all the games and stuff. It's not cheap. So I mean, I think this idea of renting an entire movie theater, I wish they had that kind of stuff when my kids were little.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, right? I know. Mark says, "Wish me luck going to play poker." Yeah, don't forget to win me some, Mark, for husband. Need some for husband, okay? Do your job. Know your role. Know your role, Mark.
Yeah.
Anyways, good luck, buddy, on there. Oh yeah, and so just for anyone watching this live stream still, if you guys send donations this month, it's going towards the husband's what do we want to call it? The husband's Christmas fund. Christmas fund. So he can stay off because he
Christmas
doesn't
time.
get paid. Yeah. But so I was telling Charmaine that next weekend, next Friday, you guys, and it will be by donation. Like I want to do a little, maybe a donation day. You guys know I don't typically do that stuff, but it's coming Christmas time. And if you guys do want to donate, but husband will join me on the live stream. And it's one of those things where, basically, if you do a super chat or send in PayPal or whatever, then you can ask whatever question you want, type of thing. So it's just more of a fun thing, really. And so I said to husband, "Is that okay?" And he's like, "If you want to." And I was just like, "Well, yeah, I want to." I like it when my husband comes on sometimes. Like, no, I like it when he comes on, but it's just he doesn't usually like to do live so much, like it, but he'll do it. You know what I mean? He's just more of an introvert person, but he'll do it, and he's typically fine with it. He'll usually say no, but this time he was just like, "Yeah, okay, you want me to?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, okay." So I thought could do that next Friday. Have a little bit of fun, play some games a little bit as well, perhaps. And yeah, I mean, I just love Christmas, so I don't care how many people are watching, whether it's freaking 2 or 2,000. I just like Christmas, and like I said, the lives from now till Christmas are just going to be chill vibes and enjoying Christmas talk and talking about true crime stuff going on and stuff like that. Maybe we used to have those game nights with him. Maybe we used to have those. Okay, Charmaine, decipher Lacey. Talk word there.
Did you used to have game nights with husband on once in a while?
Maybe we used to have those game nights. No, no, with Aspen, but not with my husband. I don't think. Is that what you mean, Lacey? Speak English.
Pretty sure that's what she means.
Maybe we used to have those game nights with him. Don't know, because we never had game nights with husband. Maybe Scribblio we did,
Oh,
didn't
he was
we?
on one time. Yeah. Remember one time he was on and it was fun?
Yeah, we did Scribblio, if that's what you mean. Actually, I was just thinking about that again. We actually, as part of our huddle, sometimes at work, we actually play Scribblio. Sorry, I'm eating. Yeah, Scribbla. Yeah, Scribblio.
Scribble.
Scribblio. Yeah, that's a fun one. You've played it, Charmaine, before, have you? Scribblio?
Just on
Get a word, draw a
like
picture.
here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cause we'll do that. So, like I said, I can't tell you enough how much I'm always singing songs. Like, I don't care if it's like May, June. Whenever I'm humming something, it's always a Christmas jingle that's in my head and all that stuff. So this year, I just wanted to enjoy it, and set all the Christmas stuff up and do it properly, because it's been hard because the brother-in-law has the one room, so that kind of limits the decoration as well. And yeah, so one bedroom apartment, 3 people. Anyways, so it's always been, like, well, where are we going to put things really? But my husband would just normally set up a little Christmas tree with lights, you know. But I love coming out into the kitchen and looking at all the lights going around the top of the counter where I have decorations up. Oh, I had those sticky, decals that the window clingers. Well, fuck
Mhm.
me if they wouldn't stick to the goddamn cupboards. And I'm sitting there, Charmaine, I'm backside taping the little bitches, and those things freaking all pretty much fell off in the morning. And they were, I mean,
Here.
those things, I finally just went, I had them all along the cupboards, all the decorations, right? From those little peel off things. Okay. They just were not sticking. So I was taping them, right? And then the tape wasn't even sticking. And I'm just like, oh, piss off. And I just took them all down. And I was like, time to get the cardboard cutouts. Time to get some of those, because that's what my mom used to do always. On the cupboards was always like the Santa Claus reindeer, but the cardboard ones that you tape,
Hmm.
But those little plastic things at the dollar store do not stick. At least up the cupboards. Pissed me off. I literally spent about 2 hours doing it, and then just to watch them keep falling off. Next morning when I woke up, there was at least like 6, 7 of them just on the stove and on the counter. I was like, yeah, you're coming down. You're going down, Santa Claus.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. You sent me pictures of your place there where your daughter is. Um love the Christmas spirit.
Yes. My
Yeah.
daughters like Christmas just like you. They like to get ready. And I mean, I used to too. That's
Uh,
kind of where they learned it from. But this year is
yeah.
a little bit different. And last year was a little bit different. But
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Oh,
I mean, hopefully I'll get to it. But
yeah.
both my kids have their places decorated nicely. And that's kind of where I'm staying between the two of them right now. So
Uh-uh. Okay.
we're ready.
This I was gonna say, right? You know what? I have some gifts for my husband. Because my husband's like, thought you said we were only spending $50 on each other, and I'm like, yeah, honey, yeah. But I kind of wanted to spoil him a little bit this year, because he okay, so I got him some socks because I'm so sick and tired of him always having different socks. Like he has socks, but then they disappear. So I just bought him a bunch of like Dickies socks so that they're all the same. So I'm just gonna toss out the other ones. And just like his shirts, a lot of his shirt, well, my husband's got a little bit more of a belly than he kind of well, no, he always claims that he was extra large, but I always buy him 2XL on there because there's nothing worse is when he wears a shirt and he looks like a peanut stomach. And I'm just like, husband, no, just no. If you're trying to look, because he hates certain shirts because they're too small, and then
Mhm.
but then he wears certain ones, and I'm just like, not flattering, husband. No, not flattering at all. He's got this little peanut shape going on there around the stomach area, but on there. So, anyways, so I always order him the 2XL, but he needs new shirts. So they had some, Black Friday stuff on there, like 7 shirts for $45 of the dry wear
Oh,
type
wow.
ones. Yeah. So, and all different colors, right? Because my husband gets upset because he thinks I always buy him blue. And the fact is it's true because he has amazing blue eyes. And when the blue brief goes with it, he just suits blue. Like it's one of his good colors, kind of like red too, but blue. He's blue, right? That's like munches, right? My husband's like, see this, my closet, blue. The shirt, blue. I'm like, but they're different variants of blue, husband, right?
Mhm.
But anyways, but this one had like 7 different colors, in it, and it was like said $45 for like 7 dry wear type shirts, and I'm like, yep, perfect on there. So I basically
That's a
get them.
really good deal.
Yeah, there was a couple things, like I said, that I grabbed for Black Friday, but there was this particular tool that was sitting in the cart for like a long time, and so I ended up purchasing that in there as well. It's My husband loves DeWalt or whatever you want to say,
The
DeWalt or
Waltz, yeah.
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 And so, yeah, I mean, most of his stuff, a lot of stuff too, he would have like, would be, what's that red brand, the red and black brand?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Yeah. But his tools are typically DeWalt. And so, anyways, he had this oscillating tool thing in
Operated
there.
Zion.
Yeah. And so I was like, and it was on for 114. So I
Mhm.
just did, they had this like little payment plan thing. So I decided I don't never usually do that, but I was like, yeah, I think I'll do that. So it was like $38 for 3 months or something like that. But anyway, so I got him that because he always wants certain things, but he'll put them in the cart and then he'll put them for save later because it's something
Yeah.
that he might plan on getting, type of thing. So I wanted to do that, get him that and stuff. So I just wanted to make his Christmas a little bit more special, eh? Yeah, on there. Um, yeah, just because I want to have a nice Christmas myself. Oh, and of course we asked Ryan, do you want to participate in the stocking? Like you spend $50 on me and Steve, and like basically we buy the two stockings each, right? Me, Steve buy, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, fuck that. And I'm like, and Merry fucking Christmas to you too, you know? Like, okay. So I said, okay, honey, just me and you. So when it comes Christmas Day, just me and you. And he can cook his own fucking dinner too. It's just, I'm sorry, but I can't stand the humbugs. Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, seriously? Right? Yeah.
Some people don't have, I don't know. They don't have the Christmas spirit because of personal reasons or
selfish
you know,
reasons.
sometimes they just don't like it, but sometimes there's a reason for it. And some people aren't comfortable talking
Yeah.
about it.
Just because he's
If you
too
don't like
lazy.
Christmas, that's fine, but just don't piss on anybody else's parade. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like if you
Well,
want to
that's what
be
it felt like.
and
That's totally what
joyful,
it felt
then
like. Yeah.
great.
And that's what it
Yeah.
felt like though. I was just like fuck me with these fucking Scroogey people. Like seriously, it's irritating. Thank goodness
Yeah.
like my husband, like I mean he doesn't bitch about Christmas. He just bitch about the fact that he has to get up off the computer and dig through boxes or something. But when he's like decorating, it's just yeah, like then he goes to town and starts going, oh well, let's put this here, or let's put this over there or something like that. And I'm just like, that's right, because I cannot stand the humbug people at Christmas time. Like fuck off with yourself, get the fuck out of my face, because I don't want to deal with your shit, like that negativity, because I'm up in my Christmas bubble. And I get it, because my brother was the same way. Actually, my brother was negative about Christmas. He go, oh, fuck Christmas. It's always just about gifts and whatever. And I was like, no, that's because you made it about that. Like,
That's
that's not
right.
the purpose. I hate it when people say, oh, because you got to spend this much money and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, actually, that's not really the meaning of Christmas now, is it? Is because you
No.
feel like you have to spend $50 on gifts for each person.
Mhm.
No one told you had to. No one told you you have to buy any gifts, because that's not to
That's
me the true meaning of Christmas, you know.
no.
And so when people put the money equation on it, it's not what it's about. Being
Hmm.
with family, friends, just having some good drinks and laughs and
Hmm.
eating food and stuff like that, watching movies, whatever. Like that to me, it's the spirit that I love of Christmas.
Yeah, it
Spirit.
was being
Mhm.
with the people that are important to you.
Yeah.
That's what it's about because it was always the one time a year that everybody kind of they took time off and they got together. It didn't matter,
Yep.
how far away family would travel. It was always a big deal, and that's how I
Yeah.
brought my kids up to be, and I mean,
I know.
it's
When I
not
watch,
very. Their gifts, don't get me wrong, they got their
yeah,
gifts, and when they were teenagers, they were expecting presents and
yeah, of
Santa to
course.
come all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, as they grew up, now they know it's not about that. It's
Well,
about
it's about the
it's
balance
about the kid
for
and
sure.
it's about the family and it's about the values and
Yeah.
just being together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I always knew that. Like I said, whatever we got, didn't really care. It was just always about knowing we would open Christmas presents in the morning. We'd go over to my aunt's house, see my cousins, go over to my other aunt's house, see the other part of the
Tradition.
tradition, exactly. And same with Thanksgiving, and
Mhm.
actually, hold on a second here. It must be Thanksgiving in the States this Monday, I'm
Pretty
thinking.
soon.
You guys,
It's gotta
when's
be
your
soon. Or
yeah?
was it last Monday? I can't
I
remember.
thought I thought it was more around the 24th area. I'm thinking it's this Monday. You
Yeah, I
guys from the
don't know.
States, tell
It's right
me.
around Grey Cup. I know that. Like our Super
Yeah.
Bowl, our
Mhm.
Canadian
Oh,
football Super Bowl. It's right
okay.
around that time.
Okay. It's the 28th now. Oh.
It's the
Oh.
28th. That's my grandson's birthday. That's Thursday. What?
It's on a Thursday? It's on
That's
a
weird.
Thursday? Yeah.
So do you guys get like Friday off too, or just no long weekend?
Sharmain, I need to go to the washroom. Take over for a sec.
What? Okay.
Yeah, or I can put us on a commercial break and play Christmas music while we're away for a couple minutes.
Totally up to you. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a talker. I can't just like talk.
Fine.
I
Let's
can
go. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Nothing personal, you guys. Just don't. I just don't jibber jabber. I don't have that gift.
Winter's here, the snow is falling.
Play music. Go for a smoke.
We drive for miles to that little town called home. Tinsel hangs from every corner of the house, and Christmas lights shine bright through the cold evening fog. And I hear sleigh bells bouncing off the halls as the church choir sings along. I feel my heart melt when you walk through those doors for Christmas. You're all I want. All I wanted was you. Christmas cheer and drinks with friends we haven't seen for a while, since I've been to that little town called home. Pine tree dressed up with every ornament we got, and stockings hung and overflowing from the top. And I hear sleigh bells bouncing off the halls as the church choir sings along. Feel my heart melt when you walk through those doors for Christmas. You're all I want. All I wanted was you. 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 And I hear sleigh bells. All I wanted was you. Feel my heart melt. All I wanted was you. Cigarette ash, it looks like snow when it falls in the wind, you know. And you, oh you say you wanna dance. You're wary, you know, you'll end up in the wrong hands. And you're having fun. Why don't you show your friends? And you're having fun. What if it never ends?
All right. I'm back. Had to get a refill drink as well. This one is Malibu and Pepsi. Well, Pepsi Zero or whatever on there. You guys like that music? It's free. No copyright sounds.
It's Sharon.
A?
Kind of sounded like Ed Sheeran.
Oh no. I'd have to look at the group again. But it's from it's from Nirvana. I think they're called, or Nirvana, something like that. Not Kurt Cobain stuff, but Nirvana. I think it's no copyright free music. That's where I got the song for the docket for his intro. And so I just went there, typed in Christmas, and then I just looked for the Christmas ones that I like, and I was like, "Ooh, sorry, Sandy fell asleep. Hey, Miss Dog Lover." Mark went to go play poker. Hi,
Yep.
MD. We are on a 5-minute. Oh yeah, which reminds me. So you guys, I'm gonna drop, uh, you know, 5 gift certificates, members, gift certificates here and stuff like that. So if you guys feel like doing the same for other people, feel free, of course. Don't forget, it's not just people in chat, it's anyone that watches the channel that can receive those. So let me just quickly do that. You probably hear a little bit of Rickroll, I think, going on there. Which, hold on 1 second. Okay. Let's see. Super chat. Member gifting. Gift 5 now. Let's see here. Gift 5, gift 5, gift 5. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Claire Gibson was gifted one. Jessica was gifted one. Nicely Done was gifted one. Carrie was gifted one. And Ivy Rose was gifted one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right. So congratulations to those 5 people. Still got 5 more to give out before the end of the month as well on there. But Sharmain should know this. She's the queen of memberships on there. I don't even know how many she's donated over the time. But if you guys feel like
It is.
run around and desert, I'd desert you in a heartbeat, right? After this, you guys, yeah. After this, we'll get into the most disturbing Christmas time stories, and just talk about a bit of true crime, in a sec, and just YOLO. There's something I pulled up that we're just gonna go over some. Are you getting your groove on there with all that, Sharmain? That's 2. That's 2.
I am loving it. Loving it.
Kind of like the little bit of Rickroll. Kind of like livens me back up. What time is it? It's 7:23 here. Not bad, not bad. I know some of you guys are definitely 3 hours difference, or Miss Dog Lover who's in UK. 2 more, Sharmain. It's gonna be. Oh, hey, did you see my shirt? I'm wearing my Christmas shirt. Oh, hold on. One of my Christmas shirts. See, Santa? You're Santa Claus.
I was wondering about that. It kind of looked like a candy land up top.
That's exactly what it is. It's like a big candy land. In a heartbeat.
No, you would not.
Would too. I'd especially desert anybody for a mandarin Christmas orange.
Oh, me too.
I love.
Me too.
I miss the ones where they had the green wrapping on them. They don't do
They
that
don't
anymore.
have those anymore?
Well, they don't. They don't put the green wrapping on them anymore. It's no different than cheese and crackers, and they don't put the frickin' stick in it anymore. The plastic stick.
Wow.
Mind you, plastic stuff
Great.
you're not even allowed to use.
Actually, the grocery store here recently started stocking plastic forks and knives again. But the States doesn't have that. Last time I went to the States, I came back with a boatload of plastic straws.
Yeah.
Just run, actually, but they don't have any kind of.
That's why you see all these spoons. Huh?
Oh, I hate those. Have you ever tried to eat soup with a cardboard spoon? It is the most ridiculous thing ever. I'm not lying, you guys. Tim Hortons here. You go for soup and they give you a cardboard spoon.
Yep, I
2
had
bites, you're
chili the
done.
other day. Yeah.
Just ridiculous.
I know. It's kind of like when you leave a cardboard straw in a drink
In a
partway
nice
through
cup, you can't. It's
it.
terrible.
I
My Tim Hortons here now knows they don't even give me a straw because I've got my plastic straws in the glove box.
like the sippy
They're
cup.
contraband.
Mm-hmm. Did all 5 go off? Guess so. Mm.
Must-
Okay. Okay, so before we get into that, the most disturbing crime cases, Sebastian Rogers, they've raised the reward to $200,000 for him. Sebastian Rogers, who's ever knows of Sebastian Rogers, he's a missing autistic teen in Hendersonville, Tennessee there. And so he disappeared February 26th of 2024. There's still no idea where Sebastian Rogers is, if he's alive, if he's dead. Again, Dog the Bounty Hunter, he's been on the case as well. And they had a tip. They went to go check out that tip. It ended up not being Sebastian Rogers. So Seth was like, still like, they responded very quickly to that tip. Some from the investigators that are investigating about Sebastian Rogers, like the probably Dog and his team and stuff like that, and the other ones. But honestly, Sharmain, let's just talk about this one for a second again. So Sebastian Rogers, very, very. I don't even want to say. It makes your brain ache trying to understand what happened to this child, but yet something did. Alive or dead?
I gotta say, I'm sorry to say, but I think he's passed.
Do you think a family member had anything to do with it?
It's hard not to. Like, what are the other options?
That's kind of where I'm at too with that. Seth has 4,524 in chat. Oh, that's good, Sharon. At the end of the day, Seth is doing what, to me, a parent should be doing. Something that any of us that probably gave 2 shits about our kids would do, is just do everything and anything you can to try to understand what happened to Sebastian, where he is, if he's alive, if he's dead, and stuff like that. So, Sebastian Rogers' case, it's been pretty wonky and dramatic and along the way and stuff. But, the bones of the case is a child just doesn't disappear into thin air. And either a family member or a friend had something to do with it, or both, or Sebastian left on his own accord and is off somewhere, or if he's dead. It's just it's very much of a mystery. And honestly, I can't believe that it's been this long.
Yeah.
Because we'll be coming up to a year in February. And when people just kind of vanish without a trace, it just, how to, like for cameras not to see him or something, just nothing, dog scent and stuff like that. It's just, it's one of those things like,
it's inexplicable. There's no explanation for it.
Yeah. We haven't really covered that case so much, because there's really nothing to report on. And, well, honestly, like I said, I was working and stuff like that. And, just usually after working, I'm mentally drained just from dealing with issues all day. And I just like to sometimes enjoy my relaxation time. Delphi came. Delphi was quite different because that was a case that we'd been following for years. So it didn't matter that I was working 12 to 8. I wanted to make sure that I covered it every day. And at this point, I don't see no point in covering Delphi too much until, the sentencing comes again, because Why? I'm like, what? What do I want to keep repeating about? We've
That's
talked
right.
about it. I have no desire to keep repeating myself about the same stuff over and over again. You know, um, it's, again, I always go with my gut and how it feels and stuff like that. And there's just not more to say right now. When sentencing comes, there will be, but I think that the jury still did exactly what I felt like should happen to Richard Allen. That he was guilty. I'm not gonna listen to. Honestly, I could care less about other people that say that he's innocent. Good go. Like I think someone said, like, well, why don't you go give your daughters a date with Richard Allen? Would you do that? Anyways, I just think it's crazy that common sense doesn't kick in about Richard Allen. Like it's amazing how many people think that they're freaking lawyers or specialists in certain areas and stuff like that, or that somehow the jury becomes fixed because they didn't like the verdict and stuff like that. It's just so ridiculous. When all of a sudden these YouTubers and stuff start acting like that they know all the ins and outs of the laws and this and that, or that they didn't have. It's like I said, people use your brains. Okay, how many people were on the bridge at that point in time? One that self-admittedly put himself there. No other person was seen. I mean, 2 + 2 + 2. That's what I don't get sometimes with people, is that you could slap everything. It doesn't matter, even if they want to deem it as circumstantial, but to sit there and overwrite the one person on the bridge, to overwrite someone seeing a van that Brad Weber clearly had, to overwrite all these confessions and all that stuff. The jury did its job. They looked exactly at the evidence before them and came with the conclusion that, yes, Richard Allen, you are guilty of killing Abby and Libby. And to me, that's the way that the story was going to end. That's what I was hoping for, was that verdict. Regardless if that verdict didn't happen that way, I would have never have thought it was somebody else. It was just more like that he got off because of lack of evidence. But the jury didn't see it that way. They were smart. They looked at everything, came to that conclusion, and I'm happy with the verdict. And I'm not going to sit there and keep beating a dead horse on that. I just think that they did the perfect ending. Not the perfect ending, but you know what I'm saying? That any other outcome would have been so devastating to the family. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree, and I'm done. I'm done with Delphi. The only thing that we see anymore now are the people that believe he's innocent or that he didn't get a fair trial or whatever, whatever. And I've for the most part stopped watching because I want the sentencing to be finished.
Yeah.
And I always say I'm more interested in the legal side of things and how the process works. And so I will be watching the appeal test, but not because I hope I hope anything
Yeah.
changes,
No,
not because
of course.
I'm fascinated by the justice system and how there are so many failures in so many cases and investigations. And I like to see people learn from mistakes that could have cost them this conviction. I don't care what anybody says. There were devastating mistakes done in the entire investigation and trial process that could have cost the conviction. So I am extremely interested in what happens after sentencing. And like I said, not because I'm hoping for any other outcome, but just because I want to see some accountability and some kind of positive change come from all of the mistakes that they made. Like seriously dodged a huge friggin' bullet here.
They did. You're right. I mean, again, that's why there was that doubt in my head. I was wanting a guilty verdict, but of course, knowing full well that the evidence that wasn't collected properly and missed or lost and this and that, it just was so overwhelmingly so many mistakes. I wonder. Yeah, it's not that Richard Allen didn't do it. It was a matter of if honestly, if that with what they did show, if that was going to be adequate enough for the jury
Yeah.
to convict Richard Allen. That's where my worry was lying a bit, but I was so
And
grateful that.
interesting why, and I don't want to talk about that. I don't. I'd sooner talk about Susan Smith, but it's just interesting
Oh
to me
yeah, I
to
got to
talk
talk about her too.
about the recipe for the transcripts for the defense expert, for that ballistics expert. So that's interesting to me. Like, why
Yeah,
that transcript? What are you trying to do with that guy? You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything up with it. It's not going to change anything, but it's interesting to me why that guy. You
yeah,
know,
yep,
he
yep,
didn't test the bullet physically. You know what I mean? Like, all he did was go through their witnesses' word. So, what
yeah.
for Nick?
Let's take a look at that too, by the way, because we want to talk about that. Thank you for reminding me about Susan Smith. Okay.
First live stream. My
What
channel, actually. That was my first live stream on my channel.
was it?
I, I wasn't on, I just live streamed the parole hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
That was a
second.
big one. That was one of the first, as a mother, that was the first true story that I watched as a mother. And I only had my baby girl at the time, but I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine. And I believed her. I believed the team, how distraught she seemed. And you know what? Those tears that she cried at her parole hearing, the exact same as in
Well, so wait a second.
conferences back in the 90s.
So you actually believe she was innocent?
Back then, I was very
Yeah.
young, very naive, and new mom, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is terrible.
Oh,
This is
see,
terrible. Look at how devastated she is. Yeah.
yeah, because I was gonna say I remember when that story came out, like, and I instantly didn't believe her at all. I was like,
And
bullshit.
this was before I went to criminal justice. This is before I was really exposed to any
Yeah. This was
any true crime in real life. This was only on TV. This is only
Yeah.
stuff that I was seeing.
yeah, yeah. It's
Very,
just, you know,
very young, very, very naive.
for me, my gut instinct is kind of like Barry Morphew. All I had to do was just see him open up his mouth and beg for Suzanne. You know, if anyone has information, I'm just like, bullshit, dude. Just like when I heard about Susan Smith when that story came out, I was just like, yeah, bullshit, lady. Because just some things that they just in my head, they just don't ring, true.
I think I was
And
only like 18 or 19 though. Like I was
yeah, I was
young.
definitely what? How old are you again? Right now?
I'm 50.
Yeah, I'm 55. So yeah, I got 5 years on you, I suppose, on that one. Okay, well, let me just hold on. There's some love in the afternoon. We'll just watch this little piece here. Bambi, shut up. Okay, Bambi.
Oh, she just makes me sick.
Oh, they're not even talking. It's just
And she
more.
had the worst answers to some of the questions. Some of the worst answers that anybody up for parole I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm so glad she was denied parole. 30 years. Suck it, bitch.
Honestly, she never stood a chance.
Yeah.
Not her.
I don't think so either.
Not
I got 1 second. I just gotta let Bambi out. Burn it.
You know, God gives us free choice. And she made free choice that night to end her life. This wasn't a tragic mistake. It wasn't something that she didn't mean to do. She purposely meant to end her life. I never have felt any remorse from her for it. She never expressed any to me. I never seen it on paper. No, you've heard, she changed my life for the rest of my life that night. But thankfully she didn't. I understand back in 95 that through the state's law, life imprisonment, 30 years to life. And now that's different, but at that time, that's what counts. I understand that. But ultimately, to me, that's only 15 years per child. Her own children. It's just not enough. So I'm asking that you please deny her parole today. And hopefully in the future, but specifically today. Not let her out. I miss them very much. And I love them very much. And I will be here every 2 years going forward to ensure that your death doesn't go in vain. Thank you. Well, today has been 30 years coming. Wasn't sure how to feel, what to expect. I know what I was hoping. I think, Susan, in the last 30 years, through her action, has continued to proven that it's all about her. What all this has done to her, how it has affected her. I haven't seen any remorse from her. So for her to think that I would even speak on her behalf, I do not understand that. But it's been such a tough 30 years for my family, for friends, loved ones, near and far. But today, the committee made the right decision and denied her parole, at least for another 2 years. So I'm not looking forward to it in 2 more years to go through this again, but at least I know for now she'll still be behind bars. And for 2 more years, there'll still be justice for Michael and Alex.
Whoops. Such a heartbreaking story. I cannot believe it's been 30 years, though. Like, wow. I didn't meaning, how time just seems to, it's like sometimes you think it takes forever, and other times you're just like, whoa. Kind of like 2001, the Twin Towers there. It's like, where did all the years go? It just goes by, and I can't believe it's been 30 years.
My mother and I were just talking about this the other day, like when I was living, she said, I cannot believe that I'm 31. And I mean, that was you can't even put into words. You can't even put into words how fast it was. And then you think about this poor man, and he's got a new family and kids and stuff, and he has to go through this every 2 years. That's a crime. To put them through this every 2 years.
Yeah. And 2 years goes by,
so fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
how are they ever supposed to? They've got to make this they have to make this their life mission every 2 years to go back and make sure the person that murdered his 2 children stays behind bars. It's a crime.
It's just, it was so heartbreaking, to listen to him. Just as he's talking, it's just so hard not to, feel so much sadness, for this gentleman because of some selfish, bitch that took the lives of her 2 children, and then tried to play it off like it was some black man that broke into stole her vehicle and stuff like that. And it's just crazy, um, the selfishness of some people. I'll never understand someone purposefully taking the lives of their own children at all, whether it doesn't matter what child it is. you know um what's her name? I can't, why am I doing Montgomery? Shoot, what's her name?
Um,
Montgomery. I can't think of her
yeah.
first name, but anyways,
What
it's
the
like,
hell?
it's just, yeah.
Harmony.
Harmony. I know. I had Cassie stuck in my head for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, it's I just I just don't understand. Like, you bring a beautiful child into the world, and then it's like they're an inconvenience to you because you're either trying to date someone and they don't like children, like in that case, or whatever. Like, I just don't get it at all. I'll never understand why someone would take the lives of any human. I can only understand it if it's self-defense, and you're trying to protect yourself in self-defense. But I'll never understand why people would want to kill their husband because they cheated on them, or cut off their D's because they, remember that one, the Bobbits, and stuff like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
And babies. Strapping them
Okay.
into their car seats.
Are these idiots that go into stores and leave their kids in their car seats, or go into Walmart while they go shopping? Like, honestly, you want to smash their head against the cement itself. Like, to even think that you're stupid enough as an adult, thick as an adult, to even think that it's okay to leave a child while you run into a store. It's just the most absurd shit to me. Like, to even
It
think
is.
to do that. Or that guy that left his kid out in the car, and then she ended up dying in the morning, the daughter, while he was inside gaming and stuff like that, thinking that she was napping, and leaves her in the car, and then all of a sudden she dies, and then he wonders why he's being charged, for her death and stuff like that. It's just to think. I could just never imagine ever, even when I see like these little children, even nowadays, when I see these little like 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds walking home from school and stuff like that on busy streets, I could never let my son do that. I'm sorry. Not at 7, not at 8, not at 9, not even at 10 and stuff like that. Unless he's getting on a bus. Other than that, I'm taking his ass to school and I'm picking him up. There's no place for me ever where I would just let my kid walk down at, like, I couldn't deal with myself be at work knowing my kid just, gets himself. He's just, like 8 years old and stuff like that. And I see these kids still, and I'm just in my head, I'm like, what the fuck are you parents thinking? Like, seriously? Like, main streets busy and this little 8-year-old's walking to school and stuff. Like, we're not talking like around the corner. We're talking like, good walk. But I could never do that with my son ever. I would not feel right about that because they're just kids. They're just children.
We walked a long ways to go to school, like
Sure did.
3/4 of a mile we had to walk to go to school. And times were different back then. And I clearly remember one time a man tried to pick us up, and that was back in the 80s. I was lucky in a sense that I moved to Fox Creek with my kids when they were school aged, and we lived just literally across the street from the school. And Fox Creek is no bigger than Delphi. And it's set up differently in that our residential area is way far. It's about 2 kilometers down a hill from the highway where the businesses and stuff are. So up top, down is just residential. So there was a sense of safety up there. But again, we basically lived across the street from the school. So I was lucky in that my kids got that freedom. They were able to go to school by themselves. I didn't have to go and wait for them and pick them up and drop them off and stuff. But
Yeah, like when I was
But that's why I left the
yeah,
city, because it was too dangerous. I didn't want my
yeah,
kids to be kind of bubble wrapped that way,
yeah.
because there's
Uh-huh.
no way I would do it.
Yeah, out of the house in the middle of the night and run to his friend's house. Yeah. Uh-huh. I mean, when I was 7 and 8, I was doing the same thing. Walked a mile to this is living in Chilliwack when we lived on Wolf Road, and we had to go to St. Bernard or whatever it was. Yeah, we did that. Times were a lot different, for sure. Not like now. There's population is tripled, probably, whatever, however many. Totally different
Yeah.
times. Um,
Yeah.
with the access of the internet, just makes it worse. But you know, my mom doing it, she did have to support all of us and get to work. So I got it. Paula would be like 10 in a sense. Mind you, I was babysitting at freaking 7 and 8 years old.
Yeah.
Crazy when you think about that, because I'd
Yeah.
never let no 7 or 8 year old babysit my kid. But back in the day, I just think that, well, first of all, um, no offense to the young ones, but they really are a bunch of snowflakes compared to what it was like growing up. Where when you were younger, it's like you were way more mature. You had to work to earn things, to get allowance and different things. Nowadays, they're just born with a silver spoon in their hand and a cell phone, and just it's a very different
Completely
world.
different
And I
world.
know my camera's acting up a little bit. One sec. It's definitely a very what I'll just call it a very much of a pussy world in comparison to how we know it. That's I mean, it's not their fault because they were just born in a time where the world has changed and it's become a he, them, they, this, them, our, and all that type of world, in a very confusing world. You almost can't even say anything. Comedians can't joke. It's just a very honestly, I
Mhm.
would hate to see what it's going to be like, you know, um, in the future. But yet, again, it's not really their fault. I mean, it's not their fault. They grew up in technology and all these things, but this the society has this. I don't know. Like I said, this is probably why I do have different. Well, I get angry when people use mental health as an escape, or a reason for justification. When there's people that truly have mental health issues going on, and then there's people that just abuse it and claim that they need a fucking handicap parking spot. I just hate fakes and people that bullshit in order to get out of something or get something and stuff like that. And that's more, mind you, the handicapped ones are more the elderly people, but just in general, it's just a world I just don't like living in, to be honest with you. And that's kind of why I just retreat to myself. I can't be asked to deal with. It just drives me crazy, Sharmain, to be honest with you. This
I'm
work
with you
ethic,
100%.
yeah, it's just you
I
know,
would hate to. I feel for my daughter and my grandkids that they have to come up in this world. Um, I'm thankful that my daughter has really, really good values, and she's kind of old school. I'm not gonna lie. She's not on board with, nor will she put up with any of that shit. You know, my grandkids will be able to make their own decisions when they're their own people. And up until then, she's going to raise her kids as she sees fit, and not abusive or anything like that. And that's all that matters. Have a good, loving home, and they're able to be and think whatever they want, as long as it's acceptable in my daughter's house, which is perfectly fine because she's the adult. She's not abusive. She hasn't lost her rights to do that. So,
mhm.
yeah, call it
Sorry,
what you will,
yeah,
but I make no apologies for thinking that way. But
yeah.
yeah.
My head shakes when I think of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Could you
let
imagine
go ahead.
having a kid in this stage and having to be okay with litter boxes in schools because they identify as cats or what? Like, there's no fucking way. I'm sorry. There's no rhyme or reason for it. I don't
I'm
understand parents
I'm sick of these weird shit people trying to project on everybody the shit. Um,
and being
and
okay with allowing your kids to think that it's okay to explore that kind of thing. No, that is
mm,
right. That's not normal, and it's not okay. If they become adults and they still feel that way, maybe they need some counseling, but at that point, somebody's business because until that day, it's up to the parents and the government, and nobody else should be able to step in. I'm sorry. I just
yeah. Mm, mm-hmm.
buy into it. Never, and I'm not sorry.
Yeah. I've been I, last a couple of weeks ago. I was watching all uh, woke these woke people. Honestly, enough to hurt my brain cells. Honestly, just the how do I want to say it? Just the way that they kind of reverse things to make it, to push their shit on you and stuff like that. And it's just like, come back down to earth here. Like it's just some of the stupid shit. Anyways, sometimes I enjoy watching those things. When someone tries to make a point, and then a normal level-headed thinking person puts them like Candace. Do you ever watch Candace Owens? Sometimes ever.
Yeah.
Anyways, puts them back in their place. Anyways, let's get into these top true crime. Let's see here. Okay. Sharmain, do you have yours open? Okay. Okay, so let's see. Do I have it big enough? Sorry, I got to come back to the thing. Well, you guys might not be able to read it, but we'll do it. So I'll do the first one here. It's the most wonderful time of the year, right? Unfortunately, according to according to crime records, it also happens to be an equally disturbing time of the year for some. While Christmas might seem like the most unlikely season for crimes, it's an unfortunate truth that there are plenty on the record, and they are downright baffling. Here are some of the most troubling crimes committed on or around Christmas. So I'll do number one, and we'll just switch back and forth. I mean, the case of the so-called stolen chocolate, Georgia. A man dressed as St. Nick at the Atlanta Mall lost his patience in the worst way in 2004. His temper got the best of him, and he allegedly began to hit an elderly 74-year-old woman with a 2x4, convinced she had stolen over $100 worth of Hershey's chocolate from him. The woman died from her injuries in the hospital, and Clark was sentenced to life in prison. Okay. Number two. Take That's yours, Sherman.
Piece
Hey,
of
Baki.
Santa. That's funny. Santa on a motorcycle in South Carolina. It was 2006 in Columbia, South Carolina, when a man dressed in a full Santa costume riding a decked-out motorcycle to a gas station and asked the family if they wanted to see the stuffed reindeer he had in the sidecar. The children walked up to take a closer look when suddenly this man grabbed the 8-year-old and sped off. Panicked, the father furious after them, and he was able to his daughter. The Santa imposter was arrested. Could you even imagine?
Crazy.
That's shocking.
I know, right? Like, seriously. The case of taking candy from a Santa, Ohio. Everyone knows not to take candy from strangers, but what about taking candy from canes from Santa Claus? It was 2009 in Parma, Ohio, when a 12-year-old girl was flagged down by Santa, hiding in the bushes, offering her Christmas candy. The girl was wise enough to ignore this attempt, and when the man in the Santa costume began chasing her, she made it to a local store just in time to call the police. The man was identified as mentally unstable and was later caught still wearing his suit.
Oh, the case of a Santa Claus burglary. Visit from Santa is usually a joyous occasion, especially these collect
Oh, your
year-old
mic,
woman living in Birmingham thought this was the exact
your mic's really bad.
what?
Your mic, it's kind of going in and out.
We've got a really bad storm going right
Oh, do ya? Okay, yeah.
now. Really bad. Yeah. So
Go ahead,
I'll
finish
start
up.
over. Miss Doglover wants to come up though, so I can swap with her after we're done this. A visit from Santa is usually a joyous occasion, especially when he's collecting for charity. A 22-year-old woman living in Birmingham thought this was the exact scenario when a man dressed as Santa knocked on her door. Unfortunately, his intentions were much darker. He hit her in the face before attempting to rob her house. He fled the premises shortly after.
Bad
It
Santa.
doesn't say.
Bad Santa. Oh,
That's
hey, Sharmain, you see this picture of Santa Claus
that.
right here?
Yes, my aunt and uncle had like a big bubble one, like a big one that was like bubbly.
That's
It
kind
was
of that
huge.
Santa. Yeah. My mom had this Santa. This is one of the pictures that we would stick on the cupboard. You know, it was those big Santa face. I miss the good old like kind of like Valentine's Day. I miss the good old the traditional type of Santa and uh you know back in the day.
Yep,
And same with the light bulbs and the
I remember.
yeah. So this one is the case of the most infamous Christmas bank robbery, Texas. This crime is almost 100 years old, but it's still quite baffling. In fact, it's still considered to be one of the most notorious robberies in history. A man by the name of Marshall Ratliff walked into Cisco's First National Bank in a full Santa costume. Accompanied by three armed men, he was able to escape with the money, taking three girls hostage. His car ran out of gas shortly after he had abandoned his loot. He was arrested and sentenced to 99 years in prison, but an angry mob invaded the prison and lynched him. Interestingly enough, the above image was used in hopes of identifying the criminal. Okay.
That's a
That's
heck of a sketch.
I know.
Uh, the case, the case of the disorder in 2005, or it was 2005, when a 50-year-old man appeared at Rockingham Park Mall in a full costume. For some reason or another, he decided it would be a good idea to drop his pants in front of everyone. Fortunately, he was wearing sweatpants underneath his costume. Nevertheless, he was arrested for disorderly conduct. Well, what if he was just taking his Santa pants off? He
Right.
had, what?
At least he had
I don't know what to think about that.
let's see
He had
the case
sweatpants
of
on. I'm going to reserve judgment. Yeah.
yeah, I know, right? I mean, it's one thing if he didn't have anything, but he had sweatpants on, so really. The case of the Italian Hall disaster, Michigan. Okay. The Great Atlanta Pacific Tea is what it looks like. The 1913 Italian Hall disaster might have happened over a century ago, but it's still a tale that continues to cause despair. It was Christmas Eve in Calumet, Michigan, when a group of striking mine workers and their families were gathered for the holiday. An identified person falsely yelled out "fire," and the result was disastrous. In an effort to evacuate the building, 73 were killed due to the stampede that has ensued. Mm.
Wow. That's tragic.
Yeah.
The case of the most unusual Christmas gift in Louisiana. Ugh. Parents can sometimes be at a loss when it comes to finding the perfect gift for their children. A man in Sedell thought he had the perfect solution. According to police reports, he robbed a pet store, taking the counter snakes. When he was asked by police why he committed the crime, he said it was for his son's Christmas present. Register or the snake.
Say it again. What'd you say?
Are we looking? We're looking for Miss Oliver to kind of cameras glitching.
Sharmain, your microphone is very much glitching. I can barely make out what you're saying.
Yeah, my camera. I feel like my internet is going to give out. We're getting like 6 inches of snow overnight.
Are you really? Oh, let me look outside. Oh, nothing. Yeah, you enjoy that. The case of the stolen baby Jesus, Florida. A stolen baby Jesus from a nativity scene. It's an all too common Christmas crime. On our one case, which happened in Florida in 2007, which particularly unusual, when an 18-year-old woman from Florida stole a ceramic figure. She assumed her crime would go unpunished. Little did she know that the figure was actually rigged with a GSP system, and the cops quickly found out about her shenanigans. It's hard to tell what's more disturbing, the crime of stealing the baby or the assumption that the figure would need a GPS monitor in the first place.
The case of the intoxicated again with South Carolina.
Doesn't that look
Volunteering
like
to drive a
It's Dog Glover. Doesn't that look
yeah,
like
but
Mark?
he's in
Go ahead.
San Diego though.
Shh.
Volunteering to drive a Christmas float for a local holiday parade is a generous act. That is, until alcohol is factored into the mix. A man from South Carolina was drinking while driving a float only meant to go a few miles per hour. Speeding at nearly 60 miles per hour, he was charged with intoxicated driving, open container, and a few more charges for his horrifying behavior. That's funny. Imagine saying a Christmas float was flying by.
I know, right? The next one. The case of the crazy shoppers, New York. Obviously, Walmart store. Black holiday deals can be motivation for braving the crowds and waiting in ridiculous long lines, but sometimes things get a little out of hand. Nowhere was truer than that in Green Acres Mall in 2008, when hundreds were waiting for the doors to open with the promise of holiday savings. This crowd quickly turned into a mob, busting through the glass doors and trampling over an employee. The most disturbing part, when it was announced that the employee had been killed, many shoppers continued shopping, complaining that they'd been waiting in line all night. Wow. I could never do those things because people disgust me when they get in situations. It's like no different than COVID, how people's actions were. It's very disturbing to watch people's true colors come to fruition. You know? Go ahead. Is there any more? Oh, or yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, my camera keeps buffering, so
Oh, it's not at this end, by the way.
case of this. Pardon?
I don't notice you buffering. Just your mic, but not your actual camera.
Oh. Okay. The case of the stolen Christmas trees in Oregon. When the economy tanked in 2008, many families had to get creative, making do a little less holidays. Turned borderline criminal. In Oregon, for example, a policeman in Portland caught a man dragging his stolen Christmas tree down the street at 3 I guess.
I was gonna say, I mean, sometimes I can see where it would be tempting when they leave Christmas trees outside, and then one's sitting there in your broke ass or something. The case of the terrorist Frosty Float, Ohio. The fact that the victim of a brutal Christmas stabbing happened to be a giant frosty float somehow doesn't make this less disturbing. The perpetrators were two teenagers in the Coleraine Township area. They violently attacked with a knife the 12-foot figure in a residence yard. Fortunately, the two were caught on videotape, having committed the crime repeatedly, and were eventually arrested and fined.
You know, it happened to me one year. A bunch of kids come and attack me, blow up Christmas decoration. Totally my leaders. Case of the Santa.
I can barely. It's your microphone's so bad. I can barely.
If you're dressed as Santa Claus, you're committing a robbery through the chimney, right?
What you doing?
Yeah, my stuff just froze up. I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
Oh yeah, because your mic's so bad. Yeah.
It's my mic and my camera. It's an all-in-one thing. It's the internet.
Is it? Do you want to try going out and then coming back in, just to see if it's better, or no?
Okay.
Maybe try. I need to go pee anyway. So give me a minute as well. Give me a second. I'll put some music on for a sec.
I'm lacking sincerity, but you don't care at all. Miss booze, live cigarettes, trying to take me home. Falling in love just a million times, breaking it off with the feeling on ice still. She's as cold as December. I swear I've seen you before, holding your shoes in your hands, running out that door. And you got nothing, but you say you wanna dance. And you're worrying, oh, you'll end up in the wrong hands. I'm lacking sincerity, but you don't care at all. Miss booze, live cigarettes, trying to take me home.
Let's see if that's any better.
Did it work? I sent you a message in Messenger too.
Oh, did you? I just got back.
I'm not 100% sure what's going on, if it's the internet, if it's the storm, or if it's because the girls are gaming tonight.
Oh, I see. She said, come on.
Shitty here.
Yeah, in a few minutes. Let us finish these stories, Miss Dog Lover. And then I'll send you a link, okay? And yeah, it's better right now, Sharmain.
Okay,
Sorry,
cool.
I didn't see that message. Okay, go ahead. Number 14 you're on.
The case of the Santa break-in in Washington. If you're dressed as Santa Claus and plan on committing a robbery, it only makes sense to come through the chimney, right? This less than foolproof logic was used by a man in Seattle as he attempted to rob a house. Before any real crime committed, he actually got stuck in the chimney and had to be helped out by the fire department. The confusion claimed that he was just trying to retrieve his backpack, but the story didn't fly with the police. They sentenced him to 7 months in prison. This is just the footer. One can only hope these crimes remain as baffling as they are, rather than becoming the norm. No kidding.
Oh, I think that was the thing there. All right, 1 sec here,
Yeah.
Miss Dog Lover. I'll copy. Do 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 do. Yeah, my dingy doesn't go off, so I don't hear messages on my messenger because I
Turn
have
mine
it
off
turned
too
off.
for messages.
Yeah, because it's so annoying during a live when you hear a ding 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 ding. So I just have it turned off.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just sent you the link. Do 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 do. What's this? See conversation. Hmm. Oh, Deb was on with John Kelly Profiler, eh?
Yeah, he really likes her.
Yeah. Well, when he recognized the channel one time, and Deb always said, so we had asked him to come on the show, but at that time he kind of bullshitted and said that he was, you know, when they kind of claim that they're underneath certain contracts or whatever. And the next thing you
Yeah.
know, he was on Grizzly True Crime, and it was like nice.
Oh.
But anyways, but Deb's always been a fan of his and stuff like that. So that's really that's probably like a dream come true for her to be sitting beside John Kelly. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I just hate it. Hey,
Good for her.
hey.
I like Deb. She's a sweet lady.
Yeah, yeah. She gets to find she got to find out the truth about how people can be in the true crime space when she was working on her own channel, that's for sure, you know. But she's a very nice person, just a very kind, sweet, nice person, beautiful heart, very caring. So I know that would have had to been so special for her. I'll have to watch it later. Just because I just happened to go to, like I said, looking at my Facebook or whatever, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait a second. Or no, she posted it. Yeah, I guess in the group chat on there. So, anyways, that's kudos on her for being able to sit beside John Kelly. Just she has a lot of admiration for him and stuff like that. I watch him sometimes, you know. But yeah, Deb that's just her wish, was to have him come on the live at some point. But like I said, he kind of, said that he couldn't because of whatever. But just nice to see that did happen for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Dog Lover, I sent you the link on there. We'll stay on just a little bit longer, and then we'll head off. I got this Malibu stuff's hitting me a little bit.
Yeah, my sound is glitching. I'm only getting every other word. I don't know.
It's better right now. It's just before you left.
For you, but for me, I'm only hearing like every other word.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Crappy. I hate it. Hate it here.
Yeah, I know. So is the internet just sucky anyway?
Well, at my house, mine wasn't bad, but I don't know how here, but yeah.
What do they have? What's the provider?
I don't
know.
Eastlink, I think.
Oh, I just went blurry. Freaking face started freaking out there. 1 second. I like it when my whole face starts twitching when the camera goes wonky. Oh my goodness. It looks like I have false eyelashes on. And they're just tweaking. Come on, stupid camera. Oh my goodness. I hate it when the oh, this camera is so stupid. My husband said, okay, 1 second.
Have you watched anything?
What?
Has anybody been keeping up with the Menendez
Oh my god.
case saga?
1 second, I'll bring Miss Dog Lover on, and there, my camera finally fixed itself. You stupid freaking thing. Not really. Hey, Miss Dog Lover.
Hi.
Hi.
Like, 1 sec, Miss Dog Lover. Yeah, like I was watching, like, but I haven't been overly paying attention to what's going on with that. The Menendez brothers.
So there's a incumbent governor, I believe it is, like he's or something, DA. So he's going to be responsible for making the final decision.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. Just it's a sign of the times. Dudes change and how knowledge shapes society, and these guys might get out of prison, and they've served 30 years now. I think 30 or 34. I can't remember. I think 30 years, but they might be let out of prison.
Yeah. See, I just don't. I too just don't agree with. You know what? You were old enough to know what you were doing when you committed murders of your parents. You know. You know what I mean? I don't believe in murdering people because somebody did this to you or abused you, and that you couldn't in any way ask for help, get help, you know, and I don't know. Just have a hard time with that. And then, you know, I to me, they, you know, they did the crime, and regardless, and I still feel like I don't know. How do you feel about this one? Just 1 sec, Miss Dog Lover. How do you feel about this one, Sharmain?
I mean, it depends on if you believe their claim that they were afraid that their father was going to kill them. Imperfect self-defense is a thing, and I mean that would fall under it. However, do I think that they're a danger to society? I don't. Do I think that they have, you know, they should spend the rest of their lives in prison? I do. Would I be angry if they were to be released? Would I think it was miscarriage of justice? No, I don't. Their entire family wants them released, with the exception of one uncle, which are also the victim's family members.
Right.
Either way it goes, they've pled, you know, they've taken their charge, they've admitted to what they've done, they've served a good amount of time. They don't pose a danger, in my opinion. So either way, I would be good with you.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Miss Dog Lover, do you know about that case, the Menendez brothers, right?
No, I know nothing about that.
Oh, okay. another old story from a long time ago that, you know, where the where it's kind of like been resurfacing and stuff like that.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry I was late as well because yeah, I fell asleep. Bloody time difference.
Well, duh, yeah. I mean, it's like 8 hours difference right now.
8 hours. I know, it's ridiculous. Yeah, sorry.
So what's up? What's up?
What's up?
Well, you said you wanted to come on, but like, was there any particular reason, or were you just coming to chill and hang?
No, just to chat, really, basically. Just see what you're up to.
Yeah. Well, I'm up to about 5'2" because of shrinkage over time. On there, but after this live, I'm just gonna go rearrange the living room just a bit, just for the Christmas stuff. Just maybe.
Yeah, I'm having all my carpets replaced, so I've got to move all the bloody furniture. It's a nightmare. Yeah, having to clear out.
I'm gonna quickly interrupt. So I'm gonna jump off. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys visit, and I'm gonna get for bed.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Love you. Don't forget to send me your address, Sharmain, though. All right.
I did it, Master. Love you.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Thanks,
Sharmain. Bye.
Yeah, have a good night.
Bye.
Yeah, we'll just stay on for another 10 or 15 minutes here, Miss Dog Lover. And then I'm gonna, like I said, go do well, I need to wrap a few things and just do some laundry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. So basically I'm having to clear out the whole apartment because I'm having all my carpets replaced, and it's an absolute bloody nightmare.
Yeah.
It's like moving. You know, you've got to put everything in boxes.
Yeah.
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 So,
And
but
put it all back
it'll be
again.
worth it. It'll be worth it. How are you doing?
Oh, good. Yeah, just I can hardly wait till December 20th when I start my 2 weeks vacation. Yeah,
Yeah. I think
I mean,
I'm off from probably, I've got some leave left.
yeah.
So I can, I'll probably be off from like the 20th as well.
Yeah. Just looking forward to that with the husband. And just well, it's I mean, I love, so some people don't, but I love spending every minute like with my husband. If you know, like, meaning I love him around the house. I never get sick of my husband. Well, I mean, sometimes I want to, throat punch him sometimes, but I never get sick of my
like
husband.
any man, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But other than that, I've like, me and him used to always like work together when he moved out here and was able to work in Canada. We were general managers of a hotel and he was maintenance as well. And then we did resident managers in Calgary and stuff like that. So when we moved here, we were still doing the same thing, like for a different company, resident management. But then he got a job working where my twin sister works at a construction place. And anyways, so that was hard because when you're used to being around somebody all the time. But anyways, me and my husband, we don't get sick of each other, like in that sense. Or
How long has he been out there with you?
Well, coming our weed day will be 10 years that he landed here.
Wow.
Yeah, come weed day there. What a day. I didn't even realize that it was, whatever, April 20th or whatever, weed day. But anyways, so it'll be 10 years. So that's what I was just saying to him last night. I'm just like, just think, because we've been married for just over, like, not about, 9 years was in July.
Wow.
So yeah, I know.
That's
it's just
so lovely.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks.
yeah, it goes by so fast, and yet feels like yesterday by the same token on there. But yeah, so.
Well, I'm hoping for the same thing. At some point. I'm hoping at some point.
What are you hoping for?
Well, just to meet someone.
Just okay. I was gonna say. Yeah.
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 It's been a hard year for me.
Like the air conditioning man?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe there's a milkman too.
Milkman.
On there, yeah. Maybe there's a blow up doll that's got your name on it. Yeah.
Oh,
just
I know. I hope so. Yeah, I want to meet someone.
I know.
Yeah. I need a big hug at the moment, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you want an air hug?
A crappy year.
It's been a hard year for you.
It's been a hard year, like with all the medical stuff, but also like losing my dog and stuff, and yeah.
So I know. So hopefully it's always, like hopefully the new year kicks off a lot better. I remember saying that last year, and it started off like shit.
I know. It's like, next year will be better. No, it's not.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I dreamed that, you win the lottery and just.
Oh, I know.
You don't have to go to work if you don't want to. Live in a place away from people,
But just to give people inspiration, my mum actually won the lottery in the UK.
How much did she win though when she won it?
She won over £30,000.
Oh, nice. That was nice.
Yeah. So it was so funny because mum was like, So I think it was my dad was like, no. I said, can I have £10,000? Because we always said that we would split it 3 ways.
Yeah.
So it was my mum, my dad, and me. And I remember saying, can I have £10,000? And mum was like, no, dad was like, no, you can have £2,000. And mum was like, no, she can have £10,000. So she gave me 10 grand. And the next week I went to Dubai first class on a 5-star hotel and just blew the lot in about 4 days.
Well, I was gonna say, back in 2017. I mean, I guess if you consider it getting money from my mom's, and well, it was from her death, but not really, because Bruce, when my mom died, Bruce got, like, of course, everything. And then when Bruce died, they had to split it between 7 of us. So after taxes and everything, we each got 100,000. And after giving a lot of it away and buying some stuff, it didn't go very far, to be honest.
No.
It
doesn't. No, you're right.
We
but
could,
yeah.
Just, but
blew the lot, basically. Like, I think if you win the lottery, just blow the lot.
Yeah. I would totally be that YouTuber like Nate, where he just goes around and offers people help. I would just like to make people's day. Here's like $500. Here's, just something. I always love that stuff. I mean, I do it. I've done stuff like that regardless, but not on a big scale. So that's something that I would totally do. If ever that ever happened, to do it on a bigger scale.
I think it's nice to do things for other people that,
Yeah. Well, a lot
sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, the YouTubers that have big subscriber numbers, they can feed off the ads revenue and the revenue that comes in through ads and sponsors and stuff like that. But lots of times just donations to their channels from people to help towards giving people stuff and that. Anyways, it's always one of my favorite ones to watch is Nate, Knate. Just always goes around and helps the homeless, and buys them stuff, and never gives them money, though. Never gives money. It always is either food or clothing and stuff like that. Anyways, it always warms my heart.
Am I allowed to mention another channel?
Yeah, I don't care.
Mr. Beast.
Oh, I was going to say Mr. Beast too.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's been very clever about how he's built his channel. I mean,
channels. Yeah. He has multiple channels.
I mean, very clever. Very clever.
You know what? Yeah. Some people just have that knack. Obviously, when he was like 13, he was just doing a bunch of stupid shit, but yet it entertained a bunch of people. And, when he got his first check, he put it back into giving it to someone, and it just grew from there. And hence why he has over 330 million people. There's part of me that gets a little bit annoyed with some of the stuff that he does, because I find, like, let me put it this way. Anyone with that type of money, I mean, can do whatever they want regardless. But I do hate watching some of his videos on, like, I like watching his philanthropist videos. I do watch his regular video channel, but it gets really tiring watching him always bring on YouTubers that already have a ton of subscribers. And it's almost like a circle of friends that constantly keep it. And it would be really nice if he would do a lot more for the up and coming channels, or, stuff like that, instead of some phase rug guy, winning something, and they win a private jet or something like that, and then they can either take the money or sell it or whatever it is. And I don't know, it gets old fast, because it's kind of like with Mr. Beast, meaning I love what he does and he can do whatever he wants with his money, but he's one of those ones that nothing ever seems good enough. He always has to try to take it to another level. And when he started out, he's making videos, and now these videos can cost him like 5 million or 10 million, 20 million to make these a 20-minute video. I just think that that's just reckless. I know he can do what he wants with it. It's his money, but I just find it absolutely ridiculous to put $20 million into a 20-minute video that nobody gives a fuck. Like, meaning nobody would give two shits if it was a $10,000 video. But he's kind of one of those people that has to always updo his last one. And then of course it costs more money. I just think to myself, dude, enjoy yourself, but what a waste of fucking money.
Yeah, I know. It's just completely different world now, isn't it? Like, you know, from, you know, when I was like 18, 19, just like walking down the road at like 6 o'clock in the morning, in the middle of the night, basically just like go to, sorry, bear with me. Just going to a job, like basically like just filing all day long, and just like, you know, like filing incident reports at a school where the head teacher has been killed by one of the pupils. Absolutely nightmare. Absolutely nightmare.
Wait, what? You went from talking about Mr. Beast, and then what?
Yeah, no. So I was just saying, like, these days, everything's on Instagram and everything's on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I had to basically.
Oh, one sec. Sharmain's bragging. Let's dog lover.
Yeah, so I basically, like, when I was like 18, 19, I would walk down the road to the station in the middle of the night, like, just really, like, dark, raining at 6 o'clock in the morning, sorry, and just, like, go to a job where I'd have to, like, basically file incident reports with like spent fireworks attached. Awful, absolutely awful. Yeah. And like, so for like £4 an hour.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Just one sec.
£4 an hour.
One sec. Never gonna run around the. One sec, Miss Dog Lover. Sharmain just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Sharmain. Hold on a second. One sec, Miss Dog Lover. Misty Beer, Mr. Beer, was gifted 1. Princess Buttercup, Lady Fierce, Crime, and Monarch were gifted memberships by Sharmain. So you know that's going to go off 4 more times. Okay. There's number 2. Never gonna run around. Thank you for paying it forward, Miss Sharmain. Even though Sharmain, I hate to see how many she's actually gifted over this time. It's been a lot. Hi, Justice Jane. It's gonna go off 3 more times, Miss Dogler.
Okay, no worries.
We have to do it because it's Sharmain.
Yeah.
I desert you, Miss Dog Lover. I haven't seen Rick Astley in here in a while.
I love Rick.
Wonder what he's doing. You think he's Rick rolling? 2 more times. Got a clock. Hold on. boom, boom, boom. One more. Yeah, this song I'm never gonna make. Yeah, gotta love Rickroll. Sorry, I used to always listen to his that song with his little whole. I don't know. He was probably the first cute redhead I thought that was cute. One more time. This alcohol is kind of getting to me a little bit.
What are you drinking?
Malibu and
Oh, I love
Pepsi.
Malibu.
Coconut.
And Coke, Malibu and Coke.
Oh no, Malibu and Pepsi, but it tastes like because it has like a coconut taste.
I love it. Yeah.
You're welcome, crime. Yeah. Sharmain gave that one to you. That was nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm on meds, so if I sound drunk, it's because of that. Although I am actually drinking.
However, you typically sound drunk. What are you talking about? And
Well, I'm drinking and I'm I'm completely fucked.
Some people turn into real a-holes when they're drinking. I just become a happier person than I already am.
I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm just like, YOLO, cheers. You guys all having fun?
I know.
I don't really drink a lot. Never really have, but Christmas time, it brings out the, holly jolly Christmas. Especially with like rum and eggnog. But
I know, but Malibu's amazing. Like
yeah, Malibu is amazing. Actually, you know what's really good if you guys haven't ever had this is cherry whiskey and like 7-Up. You can have it with pop as well, like Coke or Pepsi, but it tastes so good with 7-Up or Sprite. Oh my god, cherry whiskey. So good. It's like drinking a drink that doesn't taste like a drink. It's just so darn good. But it's hard to find nowadays. It's not easy. It's not like I can go to my liquor store that's right out the door pretty much and go get it from there. It's like they don't have it there. But it's definitely it's like drinking a pop that tastes really good. And then next thing you know, it hits you and you're like, oh. Anyways, but yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not like a wine drinker, really. I'll drink wine, but I'm not really a wine drinker. Yeah.
Yeah, my meds are crazy.
Well, you probably can't drink at all, eh? Because of meds.
Well, I can. I mean, I'm not supposed to, but
well, I know wine's okay stuff typically, but
yeah, no, I don't drink the hard stuff. No.
Hey, Lush, what do you drink over there?
Just wine, basically.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't drink spirits and stuff. Yeah.
I like what are they called? Like you can get them in blueberry. It's like a spritzer, like Mike's Hard Lemonade, but it's like I can't think of the name all of a sudden. It shows you how often I drink. Anyways, like they're how you can get like different flavors like blueberry, lemonade, orange, in a sense, and they're like vodka. And but my favorite one is like the blueberry one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't think we've had that.
I don't do Caesars. Do you?
Sorry, say again.
I don't do Caesars.
What's that?
Caesar tomato, like tomato juice and freaking pickle shit and those I don't know Caesars. Don't you guys really drink them over there? Maybe you guys don't really drink them over there.
Not heard.
Tomato juice, yeah. Anyways, it's like drinking a can of ketchup, pretty much. That's what it tastes like to me. And I love ketchup, don't get me wrong, but I don't want no freaking Caesar drink. But I used to think that when a guy would order that he was kind of like gay or something. Yeah, because I thought it was a feminine, like a female drink. And so whenever I kept seeing these guys ordering it, I'm just like, really? Little princess will need a little Caesar, does he? Because I didn't realize it was a common drink for men and women. I know. Yes, I was judging. Okay. I just always thought of it as a feminine. It's kind of like having a Shirley Rogers versus a Shirley Temple versus a Roy Rogers. You know, if it's a boy, you call it a Roy Rogers. If it's a girl, you call it a Shirley Temple. Do you know what that is? You must have heard that.
Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. It's basically grenadine and pop, like grenadine. Like it's not alcoholic. As a kid, when all the adults are drinking and you think you want some alcohol too, it's like, well, you can have a Shirley Temple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sort of
really
like a snowball here in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mum and Dad used to, like, on a Sunday when we used to have
I gotta take this
Sunday roast, they would give us wine and just water it down.
Oh yeah. My mom would give us a little glass of wine for Christmas and a special occasion when we were like 7 or 8 and stuff like that. Just a little sip of it. When y'all felt like an adult and everything, like, I'm a big girl now.
I know. I think that's the problem.
So what's something in your family, Miss Dog Lover, that you would consider like a family tradition at Christmas that you do?
Well, we basically Christmas morning we'll have like well, I'll go to my parents because I've got my own apartment. So I'll go over there Christmas morning. We'll have like smoked salmon, like I think you call it lox in the US.
Smoked salmon,
and scrambled eggs. And
that's a breakfast thing.
That's a breakfast thing.
Huh.
And then we'll just like sit around the table in the kitchen, and we've got the dogs running around causing chaos, and we'll just like have some little nibbles and stuff, like some little I don't know what you call them. Always thinking about how you term things over there, but yeah, we'll have just like some little nibbles on the table and stuff, and just like have a few drinks and
appetizers and stuff. Yeah.
And it's just like, it's basically just me and my mum and my dad, because I lost my brother 15 years ago, and he had his own family and stuff, so he would do his own thing with them, and they still do their own thing, but yeah, that's what we do.
Nowadays I can't say I do too much, really. It's just like, we just really do, we just relax, really, to be honest with you. We make we'll make a dinner, and like there's no children here. My son lives with is 28 almost, and lives with his dad, so it's just me, my husband, and Bahambog, his brother there. And so but we'll have a good dinner, just game and just lays about, to be honest. And to be honest with you, nowadays those are perfect Christmases for me. But as a kid, the routine was always open presents, get dressed, get ready to go to my aunts and uncles, my grandma's, and different things. And it was kind of like going on a little choo-choo ride, like here to here to here to here. And it was just, like I said, nice to see the cousins, the different things. And it's kind of typically what we did. And Christmas Day typically was always at my mom's house. And like I said, all the cousins, aunts, uncles. My mom had, when she was alive, like I said, she had a home on Glen Mountain. So it had like 2 living rooms and a dining room. And it's kind of like everyone used the back living room, which was off of the backyard type of thing. And it was just a very cozy but cold place by the same token, because my mom, in the living room where we would have Christmas, it was always very cozy with the fireplace, but the rest of her house was very hospital-like. She didn't like anything on the counters and stuff like that. Everything was just white and sterile. But in the one living room, it was green carpet, fireplace with the wood burning, the typical. And yeah, it was just always great. It was a decent size house, and you could just mingle about, play basketball in the backyard on the patio there, and open the Christmas crackers, and just a
I
very
really miss those days, like
yeah,
childhood, like
yeah,
just
yeah.
going to sleep and thinking
I know.
Santa's gonna come in the middle of the night, and
Mhm.
and just pretending to be asleep, knowing that your parents are actually leaving the gifts in your
Yeah,
bedroom, sort of thing. Like, it's just so
yeah.
magical, isn't it?
You know what? That's just the whole feeling of Christmas is just magical to me. You guys, I am totally watching Hallmark cheese movies lately. I've probably watched about. I started watching them last week, but probably on about 6 or 7 of my cheesy ones. And I can only watch it if the guy is good looking. I can't watch it if I don't find him good looking. It's like reading a Harlequin romance book. I have to, so I, you know what? So I have what I call my Prince Charming, my husband. So whereas before I would dream that I could have that like that. Like you'd read the Harlequins or watch the movies, and then you'd go, "My God, I have that," and you'd start sobbing because you're watching it, and it's a movie, but you just wish that this fake reality that they put on Hallmark movies of the relationships, in a sense, is like that you just want one of those yourself, but yet they're never as beautiful as those. I mean, I guess they could be, but that's just all full of cheese, those movies. But it's just the spirit of it. Yeah, like I find it insulting that people would be nicer at Christmas time, instead of the whole year round. But people do get nicer, when Christmas comes around, sadly. Like, I just find that very hypocritical, how people can be like jerk offs, and then Christmas comes and it's like, like they're a lot better of a person, stuff like that.
I have to say, actually, Sunny, I was watching a movie actually the other day, and my big crush at the moment is Chris Pine.
Oh yeah.
He is absolutely gorgeous.
Let me just take a look at him. Let me pull him up.
Like, he's looking older now, but I mean, we all get older, don't we?
Chris Pine. Oh yeah. I know who that is.
He's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it's the eyes. It's the eyes.
It's the eyes, isn't it?
It's everything, but it's the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not hard on the eyes, that's for sure.
Did you see that movie, Horrible Bosses?
I'm not really good with names. I'd have to watch it to know if I've seen it.
Okay. Yeah, he was pretty good in that.
Yeah, I'm really sucky when it comes to names.
Yeah, he looks really old there.
It's okay, but he's fuckable though. It's definitely
he's
fuckable.
very, very fuckable.
Yeah.
Go to a younger photo. He's like, oh my God.
On there, but yeah, because we're allowed. I'm allowed to look and say that.
Of course you're allowed.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's what I love about mine and my husband's relationship is we don't take any of that stuff personally. Some people would be like, oh, if I said that in front of my husband, well, to me, being with the person you love, knowing you can joke around and say stuff like that, knowing that it's all in good fun. That's the beauty part.
Exactly. Yeah.
Of a relationship where there's no struggle of jealousy, or there's no whatever. You just each be yourselves and joke around accordingly, in a sense. And
well, I could just do what I want. basically.
I know you get it.
I'm not married. I can do what
Yeah.
I bloody want.
I'm an adult. I can do what I want. There's some people that go, I'm married. I can do what I want to.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what? I was engaged when I was 21. Did you know that?
If you said it, I don't recall.
No. So yeah, I was engaged when I was 21. So yeah, in my graduation photo, I've got a engagement ring on my finger.
You still do?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Is it wishful thinking still?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So I had an engagement ring on my finger when I was 21.
Good night, Sharmain. Love you. Thank you for the memberships. Love you, girly. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, when I was
So what happened there?
So I met someone at uni and university, and yeah, it was okay, but basically, I moved to where he was living, and basically, it just didn't work out because I was trying to establish a career, and it just wasn't working. Basically, trying to find a job and stuff, and I said to him, I need to go back to London because that's where, you know, that's where all the jobs are and stuff. And he wanted to stay where he was, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And it was awful and yeah, really upsetting. But you know, people forget that when you break up with someone, you break up with their family as well.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't forget that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's
So,
actually what made it hard, was knowing I was letting his family down.
yeah. And I still miss them, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
But
great.
everything happens for their reasons, eh?
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but still, I don't know what
So,
that reason was.
yeah. Do you think you'll ever marry before you die?
No,
No.
probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
you know
hard,
what?
isn't it? It's hard to meet someone. It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
I
maybe
wouldn't,
the aircon guy.
I honestly wouldn't know, because I've always been in a relationship pretty much, except for like, because I was like 15 to 26 when I was with Dion. Then I was 26 to, like, when I say 26, like that same year, but 6 months later was when I left Alberta and moved to BC back home. And then I was with my ex-husband for 17 years, which is the father of my son, Matthew. And then I was on my own for like a year, and oh my God, I was a fucking slut for literally a year. I was a hoe. I was a slut. I was banging people that you would never normally never touch. I was just being a slut. I was like, you know, from always being with someone, I was proud of my 3 record of sleeping. After that, I think I turned into about 20 or so. You know,
I've never been a slut ever.
I can wholeheartedly admit I didn't give a fuck. I just was like, you, me, bed, right? Let's go. Come on.
Oh, wow.
I was sowing my oats. I was rolling in my oats. I was eating my oats and curds away.
No, I've never done that. No, I've never done that.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hindsight says, was I proud of myself? Not really, but whatever. I was like YOLOing. I was like, seriously, there's people there I would never touch with a 10-foot pole, but I was being a slut. I just was. And once I got over being a slut, and I was like, fuck men right now. That's when I met my husband gaming online. And then Honestly, it was just like magical love. Like
Oh,
like talking with him, but not there was no expectation of anything. It was just talking with someone because of somebody else.
that's what
Sense.
I want. That's
Eh?
exactly what I want. You
Yeah,
know, I want to get to know someone and just like, yeah, just I don't know.
yeah,
To be honest with you, I want a big hug at the moment. I just
yeah.
feel it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll shoot you some air hugs. Boom, 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 boom.
yeah,
Yeah, I get it. I get it because honestly, like, I just love being in relationships, regardless. Like, I just like being in love, and then once obviously it happens where people kind of forget that they're in love. Like sometimes I have to slap my husband around and be like, "Bitch, look, I remember when you came out here 9 years ago, and I want that husband back."
oh,
Because the thing that I always know is that people get comfortable and they kind of
mm,
start losing track of what's important. I've never forgotten what's important. So it pisses me off when things change and then they're like, "No, I've been this way the whole entire time." No, you weren't. Okay. You weren't. You were a lot nicer. I tell you that much. Because husband, he gets a lot crankier now than like he was
oh,
like that before, but it's ever since his brothers moved out. Ever since his brothers moved here, he's had a different, kind of attitude. And it's because how brothers hang out and bug each other and say shit to each other and joke and stuff like that. But yeah, so sometimes I just need to remind him like, "Hey, Dick, you can talk to your brother like that, but you're not gonna talk to me like that." And he's like what? Like what? And I'm like that. And he's like, "I'm not doing anything different." Okay. Never say that to a female.
yeah. I know. I just feel like
But he's
I deserve
mm,
basically like I deserve love, and
do
like
you?
it's not
Or
like
a fee.
not coming
Sure.
towards me. So what do I do? I just need a hug. I need
Yeah.
love. I've had such a crappy year.
Yeah. I get it. Maybe
What I
Mark
mean,
can hug you.
sorry.
Maybe Mark can hug you.
I think he's playing poker.
Or the aircon guy.
Oh, the aircon guy. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he's available. I don't know.
No, but I get it, right? Sometimes you just need a freaking hug. You know what? I'm sure Santa Claus is around.
Oh, Santa can
Yeah.
F off.
Santa. Go sit on Santa's lap, but don't be naughty.
Oh, Santa.
Yeah.
All right,
You're never
no.
too old to go get a hug from Santa Claus.
No.
No.
I
So
don't
what do
trust him.
you
He's a
do?
paedophile.
We're gonna freaking change the title of this channel to like just ask Sunny relationship advice here. Yeah, no problem. Got your back, girls. Come on now. I've been
No,
through
I
enough.
don't trust Santa. I don't trust anyone.
Santa, what's that toy between your legs? No,
Oh,
you being naughty or nice, Santa? No, just kidding. But so let me ask you, um, how are you even trying to meet someone? Let's say, are you
I'm
on
not.
dating sites or anything?
No.
No. Well, what the fuck? How are you planning on meeting anybody?
I don't know.
You think it's gonna magically happen like mine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I mean, it can.
what happened with you.
Better
Yeah.
start gaming.
Yeah.
No,
Gaming. Yeah.
honestly, like, yeah, I think always back to, when me and my husband met. It was just honestly, I can't say it was love at first sight because when we met, it was just because I was looking where this Mike guy was. I was like, "Hey, where's Mike? Have you seen him?" And then we ended up talking from there, and it, and then there was just this, after a couple days, there was just this immediate chemistry, and to have to wait a month for like once I jokingly had said, and I jokingly did say it, well, jokingly, but secretly going, "Damn, I wish there was one of you in Canada." But uh but anyways, yeah, so when I said that, like, "Hey, you wouldn't consider coming over to Canada?" I mean, his answer back was, "You know what? For you, I would."
Oh,
Just like jizz. Yeah.
so
But
nice.
but but it was honestly like to me, I will call it magical because my heart hurt so bad. We both just fell like magically, madly in love with each other over the internet. We spent every day talking. He was just a good guy. So I knew that when you meet up, it's going to be a little bit awkward at first because you're so busy, but you see their face every day, and then it's just them being there in person, you know. Yeah, we were being a little naughty, not gonna lie on that stuff. But hey, you know what? What's the
Oh, you
what,
got to do it, haven't you?
yeah, you gotta do what you do sometimes. But anyways, so yeah, so when he landed and stuff like that and all that stuff, and like the next day, it's like, dude, you're not going back home. But it was just, it was, my husband, he was a lot more expressive back when we first met, and his brother wasn't around. But now when there's somebody else in the house, he doesn't really talk like the same, in a sense. But my husband, like, as much, I want to say that I call him a soulless cancer at times, because honestly, when he feels like he's in the right, my God, I never seen someone just, so adamant about holding strong instead of just apologizing. But he is such like a very loving, caring man. Besides when he's stubborn, but we barely have any arguments really. And when we do, he's usually wrong, by the way, but he just doesn't usually admit it. Sounds like a juicy Amy J. Juicy would be a good word, Amy. Definitely juicy. Yes, moist, juicy. But
Well, I've got the aircon guy coming back actually, because he's referred me to his uncle to I'm having all the carpets replaced.
Well, maybe it's the uncle that you need to see instead of the aircon.
No, definitely
No?
him.
No.
No.
Okay. But
So
yeah, but
back next Saturday, and yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, but actually, just really connected with him. Like,
maybe, okay. So wait,
yeah.
So sorry. So I remember we had this conversation a little bit earlier. So I don't know how many people out there could ever kind of be interested in somebody that doesn't physically attract them. Like, meaning my 10 might be your 6, but I have to physically at least enjoy their look somewhat versus their personality combined. So like my ex-husband to me was a 5 if I was going to rate him. But his personality when I met him made him more like a 10, right? Because he was definitely somebody that I would never have gone, oh my God, look at that guy. We met on a chat site.
Not all about looks. It's about personality as well.
Well, it's combined. The personality, like my older sister Satan, because she's such a bitch.
Satan.
she might like, a lot of guys might find her very pretty and stuff, but her personality dictates that she's got an ugly personality, so that lowers her visual to me. So kind of like the same thing with men, right? I mean, if they're dickheads, and they're good looking, could care less. I don't give a shit if you think you're a 10. You're pretty much a 0 in my book just because of your personality. So it's just a combination of the two to me that have to mesh together. So if I'm enjoying your personality, you start, like, your looks become a lot better looking in a sense, without sounding shitty, because that's not meant to be. It's just meant to be that, if somebody's a dick and they're kind of ugly, well, they're not going to have a hope in hell anyway, just because I can't stand their personality. But yeah, so it's never about looks, but you have to still be attracted to what you're looking at.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Like, I don't want some guy with no teeth fucking munching on me or something like that. No. Just no. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Miss Dog Lover, I remember this one guy when I moved first back out here when I was 26. I was on to be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie, this was definitely me thinking that I was doing him a favor with him being seen with me, because he was not good looking. Anyways, I was kind of being like what I felt like I was being generous in giving him my time of day, because normally I would never hang out with him at all. And it's not because he wasn't nice. Well, it's just, I mean, it was just one of those blind date type things. But anyways, he went to go kiss me. Miss Dog Lover, if you've ever had a dog lick your face,
Oh God, yeah.
that's
All
not
the
no
time,
word of a
yeah.
lie. That's
Yeah.
how he kissed. And then when he went
Ugh.
when he went to go back in again, I was just like, no. That's good. No, just a once only. Honestly, most repulsive kiss I ever had was
That
being
happened.
licked like I was a fucking dog.
How does
Right
it
up my
even
face.
happen?
Eh?
How does that even happen?
Well, because I went for a drive over to United States there in Washington, where he had a cabin he needed that his parents are owned or something, and he needed to go check on stuff. So it was one of those moments where, you know, a guy gets a big woody, it's right moment. And then he got, you know, and then he's like asking me if he can kiss me, and I'm like, okay, one thing I am, it's a damn good kisser, okay? And so you have to be a darn good kisser. I taught my husband how to kiss, by the way. He claims it was him that taught me, but
Oh, guys,
that's just a
go
running
in
joke.
there,
though.
don't they?
Yeah,
Like,
I taught my husband literally in 2 minutes how to kiss, and he fucking mastered it, nailed it. But anyway, but he comes in, this guy, he comes in and to kiss me because he's asking like, "Can I kiss you?" And again, I'm just being a little bit of a slut still at this point. And honestly, like I said, this fucking tongue just goes right at my fucking face. Not even kidding you. I'm not kidding you. It was like a dog licking my face. Just like you expect to go in for a kiss, and all of a sudden these lips are just like maneuvering above my entire face. And yeah, that was, I'll never forget it because it was so disgusting. Yeah, just saying. I feel like we just turned this into like the relationship channel right now. The Christmas relationship channel. Come on in, y'all.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Sonny, you've had some some experiences, haven't you? You've had some experiences.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But you know what? But in all fairness, yeah, I taught my husband pretty much all he knows, you know, and he mastered it, really all of it. My husband's a fast learner, I'll tell you that much. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I can appreciate that, you know, because you just literally, and then it's just like, I just remember, okay, when my husband came out, we kept kissing. I had the biggest rash on my chin from his gruffalo,
Yeah.
little stubbles. Like, he didn't have a beard then or nothing, but his stubbles. All I know is I had such a rash on my chin that it took a few days for that dry scaliness to go away. It was worth it.
I know. Kissing rash.
Yeah. Better than the fucking sex rash on the floor. Fucking from the rug, I'll tell you that much, on the knees. That freaking hurt.
Go on. Sex rash. Go on.
Amy. Sorry, Amy. You guys we gotta put out the triple X version. You have to censor it. No, just kidding. Yeah, but in saying that, so this aircon guy, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So he's coming back next Saturday. So yeah. I just really get on with him. Like, you know, just really get on with him. Like the chatting and yeah.
Well, when he comes, then you just sit in a chair, tell him that the door is open, have your legs spread wide open.
No.
You're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just getting up. But anyways, no. So he's not married or anything?
I don't know. I need to check.
Was there a ring on the finger?
I didn't see one, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, if he's attached, yeah, I'm not going there. But
Yes, it's
I'm
very
hoping.
lovely accent. Lovely.
Oh,
Mm.
he's so lovely though.
Mm.
He's so
Hold on.
lovely.
Miss Dog Lover, just talk to the people out there for a second. Ask for pee.
Okay.
It's from drinking. It's making me
Okay.
go pee. I'll be right back.
All right.
You can just talk with people.
I'll be back in a minute as well.
Okay, well, I'll play some music for a second then. I'll play some music.
Okay.
One sec.
I used to sleep with open eyes. I used to breathe just to keep us alive. Now all I can see is we're drifting apart. I can't believe how it all turned out. Bring me the light, bring me the light, bring me the light. Bring me the light, bring me the light, bring me the light, bring me the light, bring me the light.
Okay, I'm back. How's everyone doing? Welcome to chat. It's 5 o'clock in the morning here in the UK. Hi, Sharon, Necessary, Amy. Thanks for joining, guys. Hope you're well. Hope you're okay, Sharon, as well. You're lovely. Look after yourself, baby.
Okay. I got me some popcorn twists. Do you guys have those in the UK?
What's that?
Popcorn twists.
No, never heard of it.
No? Oh, they're so amazing.
What are they?
Popcorn twists. They're just like yellow foamy things is what it tastes like what they feel
Oh,
like.
right, okay.
Almost like a caterpillar.
Okay.
All right, what were you saying? Well, that's going to make me lose my mind. Was it the song? What's going to make you lose your mind? I'm getting the munchies now. Yeah. Oh, even though we had a nice dinner. But yeah, so go on.
What did you have for dinner? What did you have, Sonny? For dinner? What did you have for dinner?
Pulled pork. In a kind of like a hot dog bun type style. With
okay.
With
Nice.
onions.
Yep.
You know, like almost like a beef dip type of thing.
Yeah.
And then mashed potatoes with, of course, my husband always likes his UK gravy stuff that they would always have, and then some peas. Yeah.
Peas.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, not mushy peas, just peas.
Yeah, I don't like mushy peas.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, it's more like a baby food texture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's horrible. Ugh.
Mm. I've never had black pudding though.
No, I haven't. And I never will.
I had a long part. I thought it was skipping.
I
Yeah,
hate I hate it. I hate the thought of it.
black pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
It's basically blood, isn't it?
Yeah, we were hoping to go to England this year, but just with all the changes with Ryan's, application and all that stuff. So my husband wants to go in the summertime. I was like, hello, it's about Christmas though. Like, remember?
But if you come to England, you definitely will have to meet up. Like, and I'm not just saying that. We will definitely have to meet up.
Well, of course. Yeah, I gotta meet John from Crime Scene, the Courtroom as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah. So I'm not sure when we're gonna go, but my husband would like to go in summertime. It's possible for me because, just got to get someone to look after the kitties.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So is everyone gonna have a good Christmas? Who's gonna be lonely for Christmas? Besides Miss Dog Lover. She's gonna be with her parents. And possibly
I won't be lonely. I won't be lonely, but yeah. I'll be with my mum and dad. Be happy.
Does Christmas bring you happiness?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm to be honest with you, I don't give a shit about Christmas.
Is that the truthful answer?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, whatever. It's only like when you're young, isn't it?
Honestly, you shut up, you little Baja mugs. Miss Dog Lover, you a necessary evil. Just another day. No. Okay? It's Christmas fucking day. It's not just another day. Christmas Day. It's got a special name for it. But I think I love about Christmas is that you can enjoy it for a couple months of the decorations. And that's what I love the most, right? Is like the decorations. I don't okay. Let me let me put it this way. So our Christmases used to be great back when we were younger and up until in our 20s, even though I lived away from home from 16. I'd fly back home every 2 years, but I was with Dion at the time, and his family was like my family. So meaning they were my family. I called them mom and dad. We were together for 11 years, married 2 of those years.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like Dana, and that was like my sister, and my brothers, Earl and Les. Those were like my brothers to me. Like we were just a family, right? Because I'd been with them since I was 15. And anyways, so Christmas used to always be like really good and very family oriented and stuff. And then Satan, right, which is Paul, older sister,
oh no.
right? So I mean, I can't even begin to tell you the stories about her, about the stuff that she has said and done. But so
I thought you used to get on.
no,
She's on your channel.
That's my twin sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about Satan, the older sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
2 different people.
Oh, okay.
So what happened is that Paula created a divide in our family. So we at first when I lived there, good Christmas. Next Christmas, Paula, the selfish bitch she is. Anyways, always causing drama, whatever. Next thing you know, I can't even say enough about Paula. She's just evil to the core of her, right? She's very narcissistic and doesn't see her shit at all. But she doesn't realize just how mean and evil that she is and can be. She thinks that she's like a pretty good person. I disagree. Most people would disagree. that are her family member. Well, no, that are her immediate siblings. She has a very selfish side, but it's the fact that she becomes evil and spiteful. But anyway, she caused a divide, which created my mom to have two Christmases, one with me, Tanya, and Kenny, and yeah, and then Paula would have Christmas. My mom's on a different day, and she'd rotate it. Can I just say that I can't tell you enough how much I hate my sister Paula, beyond repair, for the damage that she has done to the family, and Christmas and stuff like that. She literally just ruined Christmas. Just such so
That's a shame.
yeah. So my family is very opinionated and very stubborn, and it's so ridiculous. Like, honestly, I mean, even when I did that live about my sister whose best friend happens to be her half sister, like not too long ago, then I got a message from my brother, and he said, "How come you didn't say this or that?" And I said, "Because it wasn't about you. It wasn't about a full-on story. Like, really, you're messaging me, telling me, well, why didn't I say that you helped with this or that, this and that?" And I'm like seriously, like, so you watched it and all you could think about was yourself, and to message me and then say, how come you didn't say this or that, right? But I was just like I said, wasn't about you, blah 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 blah. My brother, he stopped talking to me when I moved back to BC 5-6 years ago, because I didn't tell him I was moving here, and he didn't like my reason that I gave him for moving back here. He didn't like my reason about me saying that I didn't want Paula to know, because I didn't. I just wanted to move in, get settled, and then I was going to tell them that I'd moved back. I'm an adult. I think I can make my own decisions. I'm so sorry if you're offended by that, but I don't sit there and tell you how to live your life. So don't tell me how to live mine. And if you want to be mad at me about that, then fine. So my brother never really ever spoke to me since that point, besides maybe a happy birthday, maybe. And so that was my brother. So let alone Satan being out of my life, then my brother decides that he just didn't like my answer that I gave him. So he decided, right? Like, oh, okay, family member. Like, I'm so sorry that you wouldn't want me telling you how to live your life, but you would think that you would respect my answer. Because I said to him, like, why would I lie to you about that? And he's like, well, it's not that I didn't believe you. I just didn't believe the answer. And I'm like, what? But anyways, so there's no relationship there. I have 4 half brothers, but that's from the Brown side of the family. And Paula, she hangs with the Brown side of the family, probably because the only people that would actually accept her is those guys, because the Blanchards, well, no, the Blanchard side somewhat does too. But anyways, so
Yeah,
really,
so I had some issues with my sister-in-law when my
well,
brother.
hold on, I wasn't done my story.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, let me finish mine and then go on.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, no, it's just that I was running into the thing here. So my twin sister, Tanya, who is just a negative personality beyond repair, honestly, right? So last year, kind of, pretty much, she started talking about personal shit, because my husband and her work for the same company, but she started saying personal shit about me, saying that I was a gambling addict. Just what, I don't even know what she said. Bottom line, it was out of place and it was untrue. And the thing is that I fully acknowledged a couple of years ago during COVID that, yeah, I was probably gambling, like doing gambling, because you had to go online to buy tickets. But meaning, she doesn't know my life. But for her to sit there and go around telling people like that I was this gambling addict and stuff like that, like, my sister will do anything detrimental if it makes me look like shit, because my twin sister has always done that most of my life. If it makes her look good and makes me look like shit, she puts a smile on her face without, like, she does it. I don't even want to say intentionally. Sometimes she just does that. She just belittles others because her life sucks so much that because I'm bubbly and outgoing, it's almost like jealousy kicks in. So it's anything she can do to try to drag me down. So when she spoke, there was a couple things that she did. And I was just like, you know what? Fucking sisters, you fucking bunch of bitches and assholes. Like, fuck you all. So it's really sad that I say this, but get yourselves fucking lives. Stay out of my life. Why don't you worry about your own goddamn shit and just realize that you can be family and you don't have to bud or sit there and cause drama and just enjoy each other's company. But I don't understand why people always want to sit there and try to tell you how to live your life and stuff like that. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't even want to hear that. I would never sit there and tell somebody else how to live their life. And I certainly don't expect from misfits of the years to sit there and tell me how to live my fucking life. You know, I'm the most level-headed one in our family, and yet they have it so that I'm probably the most insane one, and they think that their attitude and ignorance is normal. So bottom line is, I don't talk to anyone in my fucking family besides my nieces or nephews. I don't talk to my sister. I don't talk to Satan or my twin sister. Because why? Because if you want to sit there and try to hurt me purposely and just be evil and, you know, and not give two fucks about what you say, or just the fact that you want to disown, you know, so that it's a real sad day that I literally have to sit there and go, oh, well, I don't talk to this sister and that sister and that sister, you know, or brother. But it's not even, well, Paul is just Satan. My brother, he chose that, right? I mean, our last conversation, Louise, was after I did that live, and then he's like, you know what's pretty sad is I've still never met your husband since I've been here. We've been here for 5 years, right? And I was like, you know, and yet my sister-in-law works for the same company as well, which is Sherry, so she works there. And then he's like, yeah, I'll talk to Sherry, and then you know, I'll see what's a good day to have you guys come over for dinner. You think I heard back from my brother? So have a go fuck yourself, brother, too. Like, seriously, right? So for me, I'm happy with just my husband, and that's it, honestly. Because if that's the way life is, anyways, I think it's a sad day, but that's how stupid families can get. And because they're too busy causing drama and minding everybody else's shit instead of working on their own pathetic lives and shit. Anyways, amen to that, Sonny. Okay, go ahead, Miss Dog Lover. So my Christmases went from being great memories to dog shit. No pun intended on there. But anyways. So now it's just me and my husband.
No worries. Can't remember what I was going to say now.
You said
no. I think I've got an addictive personality because I used to do the online
gambling.
Yeah, like blackjack and yeah, just like it's amazing when you win, but when
it's amazing when you
don't.
Oh yeah,
you could spend days like just regretting.
Oh my god,
life.
I hate that feeling. It sucks, doesn't
Awful.
it? Yeah,
so bad.
Yeah.
Like, you know, to win like £1,000 or whatever, and then just lose it all.
Yeah, I had 8,000 once and lost it all in one day.
8,000, bloody hell!
Yeah, I'd won $8,000 and then
how did you do that?
I started betting higher, like $100 a hand.
What, on blackjack?
Or a spin? No, sorry, it was a game. If you got the bonus, trust me, that was fucking thousands. I was literally spinning like $50 and ended up winning like 5,000 off a $50 spin within a couple spins. So I was at like 8,000. Then I went over to blackjack. Whenever I'd lose money, I'd go back over to blackjack, bet $100, $200 hands. Oh yeah, it's a fucking great when you win it. Yeah.
Honestly, it's so bad, isn't it? It's just like
it's not worth it.
Like I've blocked gambling transactions on my card now.
Yeah,
because I can't be trusted.
Well, that's just it, right? It's kind of like, you know, next thing you know, you're like, oh, what's $20? Oh, what's another $50? Oh, what's another $100? Oh, what's another? And then you're like, I literally just fucking fed this casino like $500 to $1,000, $500 to $1,000. in a day. And it's very easy to do. So I wasn't very proud of myself. Can say that because I do have an addictive personality, but I always know when to quit, but I wasn't stopping.
Yeah, I know. It's really tough. Yeah. Just,
So
I have to physically be blocked from things
I know. I literally had to block myself.
Yeah.
Normally I can just do it and no problem, like whatever. But I think it was honestly more that I was just feeding into my depression and I was just being careless and I didn't give a fuck what I was doing really. It was almost like it's like I was angry because I was just angry because of my family, angry because of my son, who, like I said, again, it's just so hard, to know that in my family, I'm the most caring, giving one in my family that is the most sensitive. And same with my ex-husband, who wanted to turn into an evil piece of shit and hate me. So I went from being the nicest person ever to the biggest piece of shit ever. But to sit there and involve your son and then to watch your own son turn on his own mother. And then it makes you feel like, well, what's the problem? If you're not talking to these people and including your son, the problem must be with you, Sonny, type of thing, and that's just it. That's what I don't get is that why do people that seem to be the biggest givers and caring people always be the target as if you're the crazy fucks out there, and that's what always blows me away,
But you are such a lovely person, Sonny. Like, I'm a good judge of character and you are amazing. Like, just
go on.
Need
to hear it. I'm not kidding. No, but it's just it's just when you are a good person and you try to make the world a better place by helping others in it, and these selfish fucktards come along and try to make it seem like you're the fucked up one, like my son. Right?
I know, just ignore them.
His words are the same as his father's, so my ex had to become evil and shoot harsh words in order to make himself feel better. No different than my twin sister trying to put me and my husband down at work, and trying to be deceptive about it. And you just sit there and you can see it happening and you watch these idiots believe like as if somehow they're the victims. And you're just like, oh, fuck me. Like, seriously. Yeah. And you just, it's mind boggling to watch, when you watch people go, oh, you poor little victim.
I know. I just like looking at the news at the moment. It's really scary, isn't it? With what's happening with Russia and everything, and I'm just like my mum was like, just don't look at it. Don't look at the news because it's so bad.
That's why I don't watch it.
Yeah.
Because I don't. If we blow up and die tomorrow, amen. To be honest with you, I don't care.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Fuck it. I don't like literally. Yeah.
I don't like if something happens, I'd rather not watch the news. And I remember watching the Afghanistan stuff back in the day, and you're shitting your pants thinking that like what's going to happen? This is World War III and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anything that's out of our control, fuck it. It's out of our control.
Yeah.
If we bite the dust tomorrow, great. Enjoy your wings.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or your horns. Yeah.
I know.
But it's kind of one of those things, yeah.
With Russia, I mean, the UK is basically like we're first in the line, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I don't. Fuck it.
If it happens, it happens.
I've had a good life. Fuck it.
Well, this is honestly one of the reasons I'm just a YOLO person, right? Because you never know when your time's going to end here.
Yeah.
So either you can sulk about it and do a pity party about it, or you can change your attitude and think of things like I said, I live in my bubble, okay? I don't live in anybody else's bubble. I live in my bubble of happiness. And that's all I can do is try to live my life the best way or the funnest way or the most whatever way that I want to, knowing fully well that, I love my husband. type of thing. And that's why I always try to tell him, you never know when someone's time is going to come. So when you put a little peck on my lips of a kiss, fuck you, dude. Give me my proper kiss, because you don't want to have those type of regrets. And well, I mean, of course, if we all blow up, then there's really nothing he can regret. I guess too much then, eh? But you know what I mean? But life, if people understood that life, shit happens. Things come, money comes, money goes, people come in your life, people go. And it's how you deal with it and how you want to handle it that counts. And things definitely can fucking sting and hurt and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm just a YOLO person. Like Aspen Connor, right? Dude, you were supposed to be my friend.
I know. And
it's so
sad. I'm really sad about that situation.
Well, I mean, yes and no, because it really showed me what a piece of shit he was to me. Like he was an absolute.
He's a good person, though.
You know what? No. He might be a good person, but a good person, they don't do that shit. Like what he did was just whatever. So he might be a good person to other people, but he's not a good person to me anymore.
So he went to Delphi, and you had an agreement about him reporting back, did you?
It's not an agreement. Bottom line is we were waiting for Delphi to come. We knew that. Now, Aspen didn't know that he was going to Delphi or not. But next thing I know, he's, doing all these it's just the patheticness of it, okay? He can't stand Greeno. He can't stand Kristen behind the crime door. He can't stand a lot of these people, and yet he's sitting
I can't stand them either.
No, and then he's sitting there talking with them like they're his best friend. I mean,
oh god!
I mean, it killed me when I saw him on Kristen behind the crime door, knowing full well that he doesn't even like her.
Oh my god!
It's like selling your soul to the devil. But there was no agreement. It was the fact of that we covered this for years. We were waiting for the case.
Wow. I didn't know that. Sorry, I didn't know that.
No, but so to watch him just flake out. But Aspen is like, he's playing this victim role. Like, poor me, I'm so tired. And I didn't realize I'd be so fucking emotional and this. And I got to be there for the family and blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up, dude. Like, seriously. Like, you whiny little bitch. Just like, seriously.
Especially Greeno.
So everybody else is doing lives. And Aspen Connor didn't. Everybody else is doing a live, but Aspen Connor. And he couldn't be asked to message. He couldn't be asked to tell me what was going on. So that's no fucking good person. Okay. He might be do you know what I mean? Like, meaning I wouldn't deem that as a good person anymore. He might have. No. I always saw this selfish side to him, in ways, or this kind of selfish side about him, because lots of times he would go do things. And like, for instance, he'd go to Delphi and then he wouldn't even give me any information until he got back, because he was in the moment and whatever. And it's just like, really, I couldn't imagine being with my partner and me being down in Delphi and then not even letting you know that you're there or that you're doing this. And the thing was, it's not like it was something Miss Dog Lover, like as if we had an argument or whatever. It was just Adam being Aspen going, I didn't realize this was going to be so emotional, and I have to do what I think is best for me. And, that's why I'm not, I don't feel it's right probably doing some live streams. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Fuck off. Just ignorant.
It's such a shame. I mean, I understand. But
so beyond belief hurt, fuck yeah. I put myself in his shoes. If I was to do that to him, how would he feel? If I went down to Delphi and didn't report shit, let alone let you know I was down there. Meanwhile, you're schmoozing ass, kissing ass with people that you fucking despise. And yet you're sitting there, you know what? Oh, let's just do a documentary. I'm part of a documentary and blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. That's all I can say about that. So I get over things very quickly. When his true colors came out, that's the moment I stopped caring. I haven't cared one way or the another. For the most part, what he's like, I don't care, because what he did to me was beyond hurtful, and how he handled it was beyond hurtful for no reason. and there's no excuse he can make for his how he acted. So he can try to kiss ass and try to be on shows and do all this stuff. Good on him. Enjoy his life. But that's just pretty shitty that you would literally do that to your, with your partner. You just don't do that shit to people. I'm very much about high regards on doing things, and I would never hurt somebody intentionally. And if I wouldn't do that. I would never have done that to him. So go fuck him. He can fuck himself.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm really
It's
sorry.
life. YOLO, right? It's just YOLO.
I know.
You move on.
It's a shame, though.
It is, well, not, it is, but it's not. It is, but it's not. Because honestly, I always believe things happen for reasons. There's a part of me that just wanted to do something else with the channel, and he was only just showing up anyway. Like before he'd actually put work into stuff, but he was just showing up, when he felt like it. And, so it just, I love Aspen. Don't get me wrong. Right. Me and him got along amazing. We always joked around. We never argued. We might have had a couple talks, but nothing serious because me and him always joked around. But if this is the thanks I get, I don't want any part of it. And I just write you out of my life. And it's not like an email would say anything. When I'm done, I'm done. There's no take back. So that's where I'm at with it, Miss Dog Lover. So there's no feeling bad for me or feeling bad about the situation. It just is what it is. And you just move on and go. You were, like that. Oh, Miss Dog Lover dropped. A reason, a season, or a lifetime. That's the motto. Or that's that poem. If you guys don't know, it's called A Reason, a Season, or a Lifetime. Some people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. To teach you something or blah, 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 blah. So that's how I see things. I don't know where Miss Dog Lover went. She just dropped. It's almost 10 here. So that means it's like 6 o'clock in the morning there. Dang, she must be tired. Let me just quickly message her. Anyways, all 15. You guys, some of you guys that have been here throughout the entire live and whatever. Thank you. I know for some people it's like they're like, I like to always consider us family. For the true members that are always here, loyal or whatever. But hey, feel free to fall asleep or whatever. It's like 10 o'clock here. Well, 12 to 10. But I know it's like 3 hours in Indiana or eastern side of it. Let me see if she on there. Well, I'll give her a couple minutes, see if she's coming back. And if not, but have you who has their Christmas tree set up? Because you guys got your, like in Canada, we already had our Thanksgiving in October. So you guys have yours on the 28th. So definitely, I'm sure most people's Christmas trees will be up on there. But do you guys have your Christmas decorations up? Yeah. Do you started today? Like I said, from now till Christmas time, it's just going to be about shooting the shit and talking about some true crime along the way, or like the Brian Koberger case, or different ones. Maybe we'll find in the news and stuff like that. But other than that, if ever anyone wants to send me a picture of their home and decorations, just send it to that. It's a criming shame. No, sorry. Let me say that right. @crimingshame@gmail.com. And I can display them for you if you want to show you your pictures. Did you drop? Mrs. Dog Lover's just looking at her message now. Miss Dog Lover. Nope. Yeah, well, necessary evil after the last comment you made earlier doesn't shock me whatsoever. Sharon Parker, why not? Mm-hmm. Doesn't this background just like give you the spirit? Yeah, we talked about that a little earlier today. I thought you like blatantly just ditched me. Miss Dog Lover.
Hi, sorry. Yeah, dropped out.
I was like, is she pissed off at me because I was smack talking Aspen? And I was like,
Never.
no. I was like, oh, she's gone. Maybe that
No,
was.
sorry,
Mm.
babe.
Yeah, Amy, we talked about it a little bit, or at the beginning of the like. Well, no, I wouldn't say the beginning, but I'd say probably about 30 minutes in. Yeah. Sebastian Rogers case. Yeah, very, very weird, intriguing case. Very sad case whenever somebody's missing. But anyway, what happened to you there? Did you hit the wrong button?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm.
So it's actually 5
No.
o'clock in the morning, so I'm really tired.
Oh, just 1 second. Amy, the only thing that is happening was that the reward went up to 200K, that they're still looking for Sebastian Rogers, that a tip was given, and then that tip was said that they thought that they saw Sebastian going into a motel, became not Sebastian Rogers. There's no other update with regards really to the case of anything closer to finding Sebastian Rogers. Hopefully one day we'll get answers. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Miss Dog Lover.
Yeah, so it's nearly 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you about to go to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, tired.
Yeah.
And just like basically I'm on all sorts of meds at the moment.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say you're probably hitting your crash and burn and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, and you know what? It's close to 10. I stayed on longer than I wanted to. But probably so next Friday, like I said, to next Friday, you guys, for whoever's watching this again, I'm gonna do a donation one for my husband. I don't really ever talk about donations and that too much, but very grateful. But I know it's Christmas coming and people like to donate and do stuff special, if they follow a channel. So if you do, next week I thought it would be kind of fun just to, if you have, you can ask any question you want. I don't care if it's personal or not. You can ask me and my husband any question, and you'll get an honest answer. And just do a donation, whether it's 99 cents donation through Super Chat or whatever. So anyway, it's just going to be kind of a thing. The reason why I'm saying that is because for me personally, I always never think about myself when I think of Christmas. I usually think of another person. So my Christmas wish to me would just, my husband needs a few days off at Christmas time for sure. Well, he's going to take more than a few days because it kind of runs into certain holidays, but just that it's going to be a lot of money lost during that time. So if anybody wants to, say, Sadie, I want to do something for you, that would be my wish. Just a simple donation to the channel towards my husband, because November goes to December's YouTube. So, just to ease the burden a little bit, because money is always tight, usually around Christmas time anyway. But I'm saying that it's nice that our car payment is finally done. There's $1,000. Don't have to worry about a month anymore, but just have the loan left, and that will be done next year. But anyway, so we're going to do that next Friday. My husband will join me, and it will just be like, if you want to ask a question or whatever type of thing, just super chat it through a donation for the purpose of it. And maybe we'll do some fun games, a few fun games as well, that particular night. Yeah. Anything the last minute words, Miss Dog Lover?
Yeah. Getting the carpets replaced.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the guy.
I'm Mary. Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you have yourself a wonderful night. I'll probably see it. Not really sure, but I'm not really sure how this week will play out for lives or whatever, but definitely Friday. Maybe some more. It just depends. I don't know. I'm just kind of a YOLO person. Delphi is, you know, not till December 20th, kind of again when that pops back up. But other than that, yeah, I'm really in no big rush to follow any particular case too much. Just want to enjoy Christmas time with you guys and who's ever watching. And if that's a few people, so be it, as long as I'm doing, things that I enjoy. So thank you, Miss Dog Lover and Sharmain, for coming on. Thank you.
Sunny. We love you.
I appreciate that. It is. It's nice to be able to come online, as time permits, of course, because now with working, but and I've been working for about 8 months, so I think it's been. But anyways, it's nice to be able to come online and just know that there's certain people that are just family, or become family because they're just here all the time, supportive of the channel and stuff like that. It's like I don't talk to my own family, so it's nice to have people that I consider my family.
Yeah,
Miss Dog Lover.
I agree.
Yeah. Good night, crime. You guys have a good night. Stay blessed, and we'll see you soon. Okay.
Love you.
Yeah.
Lots of hugs.
Yeah, and have a good Thanksgiving over in the USA there. Okay. Anyways, with that being said, Miss Dog Lover, get a good night or good morning rest.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna play the outro now. All right, guys.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
A Norfolk night, the world is cold. We stand surrounded, we are not alone. Within my reverie, there's holy light. Without an honor, we stand and fight. A Norfolk